up, and it is scored!
For three. Got it!
With the shot, it's in!
Lights out! Good night! Goodbye!
And that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one!
Drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl!
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored! It is scored!
We welcome you into our MCM studio. Andrew Youngworth alongside Tyler Pinheiro. Tyler, it's that time of the year again. Families are prepping their Thanksgiving dinners. Stranger Things fans are recovering from episodes 1 through 4. And most importantly, high school rivalry week is here in Massachusetts, and that means another chapter of Duxbury Marshfield. Tyler, this historic matchup has been even throughout its history.
I mean, when you think of Marshfield, Duxbury, and the South Shore, you think of rivalries like Yankees, Red Sox, Celtics, Lakers, Bruins, Canadians, all the best ones you can think of. That's what Marshfield, Duxbury brings to the table. And Andrew, this is about as thick as a piece of paper right now, this rivalry between the teams in these last couple of years. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, Marshfield, Duxbury are 19, 18, and 2 in their 39-game history. The 40th game set to take place tomorrow at Duxbury. Tyler, this is the first time in years that Marshfield nor Duxbury has a game next week in Gillette Stadium. So we're going to be seeing full strength from both of these teams.
Absolutely. You know, when teams are playing at Gillette, you don't want to go all out for a Thanksgiving Day game like this, but now you got nothing to lose.
You said it, Tyler, and let's actually take a look at the schedules from both of these teams from this year. Marshfield and Duxbury both had tougher starts to the season. You see some L's on both of their schedules to start the year, but Tyler, both of them finished their regular seasons winning 5 straight. Unfortunately, both of them fell in the playoffs. You see Duxbury has played 2 more games than Marshfield, going 7-4. That is due to their extra playoff game against Scituate and their loss to Londonderry, a school in New Hampshire. But Tyler, this game is going to be amazing. It's at Duxbury. Last time we went to Duxbury, we lost by 2. You were at that game.
It was very unfortunate. Yeah, I was a part of the team that time. Now I'm old and I'm no longer working with the team. But yeah, it was a rough game. Field goal lost us that game, and it wasn't a good time last time we were in Duxbury. So it's looking like Marshfield's going to want to bounce back. A lot of these guys that are on the current team now were somewhat involved with those teams from back then. So I'm thinking they have an extra chip on their shoulder right now to avenge those senior classes that came before them.
You said they were somewhat a part of the team, but the teams were definitely different back then. So now heading into this game, what are some of the key players from each team that you're looking for?
I think one guy you got to point out, he's been a 3-year starter for this team. It's Charlie Leach, senior linebacker. The kid is an absolute animal. He can tackle anything that's coming at him. I'm pretty sure he can tackle a bear if he tried. He's all over the field. He's fast. He can move his body really well. He's a good linebacker, good tackler. I think Charlie Leach is going to be a big impact player in this game, in his final game.
Absolutely. Yeah, Tyler, a lot of seniors playing their final games here. This is going to be a very big game for all of them, and Charlie Leach especially has been a key role for this Marshfield team for years. He was a part of that 2023 team that went to Gillette Stadium, and he's going to be a key factor against this Duxbury offense, who also has some notable players. You have Brady Rhinesmith, the senior quarterback for Duxbury. I believe he threw 2 picks against Scituate in their final game. So he's coming off of a rough go. So he's looking to get some revenge against Marshfield. And, of course, you have Jake Falls, the senior tight end D-line mix. That's going to be a key factor going up against Charlie Leach. The tight end, he'll be meeting up with Leach a lot in the middle of the field.
Sounds like a good matchup to me. I mean, 2 dogs fighting each other. It's always a good battle. Like when you see like Luke Kuechly guard some of the best tight ends like Gronk, those are always good matchups. So I expect nothing less out of these two.
Absolutely, and I think another really big factor here for Marshfield is the receiving core. You have Cole Hannigan, Luke Richardson, and Cole Summers. Huge receiving core there for Marshfield quarterback Nate Rollinson, who's had a solid season filling in for Tor Moss. This Marshfield offense has a lot to prove tomorrow against Duxbury in their final go of the season.
They got a lot of weapons. They have the Coles, like you said, Luke Richardson. Luke has been incredible. But they also have 2 tight ends, which is never a bad problem to have. 2 great tight ends in Aiden Summers and Sean Chesborough. I think both of them will get good reps each. They both split packages. So I think we'll see a lot of passing from Marshfield tomorrow. We were just talking to Shaq before we started this. Every trick play in the book is going to get brought out in this game. You're going to see flea flickers. You're going to see pitches back to the quarterback. You're going to see end-arounds. We might even see an end-around kickoff. Who knows?
And I imagine we'll be seeing that from Duxbury as well. The captains for Marshfield, mostly seniors. Same with Duxbury. But Duxbury also has a junior captain, D-line, O-line. Hank Frazier is going to be a key piece for Duxbury tomorrow. Hank Frazier is going to be going up against this Marshfield O-line and D-line. But let's talk about the O-line for a sec. You have Aiden Nicholson, the junior, who has had a phenomenal season. He's been getting national recognition by places around the country. And then you have Nate McGowan and you have Matt Keenan, 2 big seniors for this O-line, have done a phenomenal job all season. So seeing that junior captain for Duxbury go against this Marshfield O-line is going to be something special, Tyler.
Yeah, Frazier, he's a great player. Big kid. He can move people and he can stop people from moving, you know what I mean? And the fact that they have him on both sides of the line, that's truly incredible. And I think even though we might not hear his name a lot, I think he's going to be a big impact player in this game tomorrow. Andrew, we talked a lot about this Duxbury offense, but little do they know they have to go up one gigantic brick wall in the Marshfield defense. You have DBs everywhere. They fly around like hawks. You got Jamison Bongelotti. You got Liam Riley. You got the sophomore standout, Leon Jean Lewis. Making varsity plays as a sophomore is not easy. You got Ryan Bergameska, which Ryan Bergameska also kicked a game-winning field goal this year while kicker Nick Trasopoulos was out, who's also been getting some offers out here. Nick's a great kicker, but shout out to Ryan Bergameska, really stepped up. Great DB also.
Then you got the Marshfield D-line. You got Dylan Burho, Andrew Cosman have also been causing ruckus all season long for the Rams. And Tyler, this is always a big game. But this year, much like last year, they're playing for the division championship, for the Patriot League Keenan division title. That trophy's been sitting here at Marshfield High School for the past year, and they're going to be playing for that one again. Duxbury 3-1 in division play, Marshfield 4-0. So winner takes all here. So teams really are playing for it all tomorrow. They have no more games after this, and they're playing for the trophy. We look at recent history. Duxbury's 3-1 in the 2020s decade, but since 2010, the teams are 7-7. So a fairly even rivalry here. So a lot rides on this game for both representing the history and representing the current school.
So much bragging rights. This will determine how good the turkey tastes for dinner that night.
Absolutely.
How good the turkey, the mashed potatoes and gravy, whatever you want, whatever you have at your Thanksgiving table, it'll taste either 10% better or 10% worse, depending on your team's outcome in this game, Andrew. And
Absolutely.
I know that for a fact.
A lot riding on this game. The last time Marshfield was in Duxbury was 2023, Tyler. That was when both teams were at Gillette Stadium, and you were a part of the Marshfield football team that year.
I was, yeah.
Duxbury took a 23-21 victory. We have some clips from that game right now we're going to show. Tyler, that was just a phenomenal performance from both sides.
Yeah, it was a crazy game back and forth. The offenses were really rolling in that game. But then second half, it started to ease up a little bit. The offenses weren't doing much. But first clip that we have right here, as you can see on this play right here, they run the inside zone to Alex Barlow, who's playing at Bentley College right now. And as you can see, Barlow was just able to find a gap, and no one was able to catch him. As you can see, the DBs tried to tackle him, but Barlow was able to get all the way to the end zone to open the scoring on Thanksgiving Day 2 years ago, Andrew.
Alex Barlow has been a problem for the Rams to handle with for years now, and Duxbury does not have that high-powered running back that they once had. Yeah. So that is a huge benefit for the Rams. And we take a look at this next clip here. You see here Moss, the fake, the rollout, the throw to Nick Couples, the solo captain for the Rams. He had an unbelievable season in 2023, the solo captain for the Rams. And the Marshfield wide receiver corps has done a phenomenal job filling in the roles of him, Charlie Carroll, Jake Brilliant. Now you got Cole Hannigan, Luke Richardson, Cole Summers. You're going to be seeing very similar plays later today from those three players.
100%. Nick, great guy to graduate with. He was a great leader of that team. I saw it every day in practice when I was filming on the drone. Great guy. And, dude, we still have some more action from that game with this next clip right here. As you can see, the Rams are within the 10-yard line. They send Jake Brilliant in motion, and Jake Brilliant runs the jet sweep in. Jake Brilliant, now he's playing football over at Salve Regina, but this is where it got started here. Junior year Jake Brilliant running jet sweeps into the end zone just like that.
And Coach Aruka loves jet sweeps and creative plays like we've already talked about. We're going to be seeing some creative plays today from the Rams. So let's see what Aruka's got in his bag of tricks, maybe utilizing some of these skilled receivers and running backs. Now, Tyler, we head to 2024 when Marshfield took the dub against the Dragons for the first time in years. So let's take a look at 2024 when Marshfield took a 51-14 win against the Dragons.
Unbelievable.
We see here first and goal for the Rams. This is going to be a sneaky pitch to Charlie Carroll, who's going to take it into the end zone. Another one of Aruka's creative plays for Marshfield that we are told we may see later today. And I'm really excited to see what Aruka's got.
Yeah, I think one of the guys that you got to give credit to on that too, obviously Aruka, offensive genius. Sean Camerawork, one of the assistant coaches. I've seen how that man's brain works. He's a very creative human being. He loves drawing up the funky plays like that, and as you saw right there, they worked perfectly. Now, let's dive back into the massacre that was last year's game. Let's look at this next play right here. As you can see, Tor, he just drops back. No pressure at all from the Duxbury D-line. He's able to find Cole Summers wide open on the post. Not the post, the corner, excuse me, but he's able to just run down the sideline for the easy touchdown. And Andrew, this entire game, Duxbury's defense just looked like they could not keep up with Marshfield at all.
And Cole Summers, like we said, a huge piece of the team last year. Now he's the wide receiver 1 for this year's team. I imagine we'll be hearing Cole Summers' name from Will a lot tomorrow. Now we take a look at one more clip from last year's 51-14 win. You see here the Marshfield defense just collapses, leaves a man wide open. That leads to one of Duxbury's 2 touchdowns from last year's game. I don't imagine you see many of those tomorrow.
Probably not. I think Marshfield's defense might be a little bit more locked in this year than they were last year, because that one, it just looked like that was a zone beater right there. You can see the seam kind of just went right through the heart of that zone right there.
Absolutely. The miscommunication was definitely there. It showed, and I think they've definitely cleaned that up since.
100%. We got one more play to show you guys from last year's game. Take a look at it right here. Marshfield back in the goal range. They just run the jet sweep to Charlie Carroll again, and that's just barbecue chicken right there. Charlie Carroll, kid was a stud. As you can see right there, just capitalizing on every opportunity.
There you go. It's the jet sweeps. Coach Aruka loves them. He's got some athletic guys. He still has some athletic guys. I imagine we'll be seeing them later today in the game.
Andrew, it's now the time that we've all been waiting for. It's time for predictions. What's your final score, and who's going to be the winner of today's game?
I think the turkey is going to taste better for the Rams. Give me the Rams 31-24. I think the Marshfield offense clicks. I think the plays are going to work. And I think the defense is going to get stops when they need them. Duxbury has a high-powered offense, that's for sure. But this defense is going to hold their own. Nate Rollinson-led Marshfield offense is going to rack up 31 points. Marshfield is going to take the dub and win 2 straight in the Thanksgiving rivalry.
100%. We were talking earlier with Shaq. Marshfield hasn't really been doing anything for 3 weeks. Duxbury's coming off of 2 extra playoff games. So I think Duxbury's going to be ready, but I think Marshfield has been so locked in on Duxbury, who they're going to play for 3 weeks. And I know the coaches, they love doing their homework. Final score, I'm going to say, is going to be 35-28 in favor of the Rams. I think the turkey's going to taste that 10% better tonight for Thanksgiving dinner. And with that being said, Andrew, there's nothing else to do, but let's send it down to Will and Ben on the field in Duxbury. Guys, I hope you guys have a great call. Happy Thanksgiving to you all watching here on Marshfield Community Media. And Andrew, you got anything else to say?
Nothing much. Happy Thanksgiving. Go Rams.
Thanksgiving. I am Jack Hughes. Alongside me, Will Nicholson and Ben Wilson. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the 40th annual Turkey Bowl between the Marshfield Rams and Duxbury Dragons. Will, let's unpack it. What are we going to see here today?
Well, first of all, I'm thankful to be here with you guys because we have another great football game coming up. It's sunny out here. It's looking great. Beautiful day for some Turkey Day football. We got a great matchup, a Patriot League title, I believe, or just a league title.
Indeed.
For the Rams and the Dragons on the line. We're in for a good game. Both these teams, it feels like forever since they've played both their starters. Duxbury loses to Situate in the Final Four last week, so they're full-blown today. Marshfield obviously lost to Malden Catholic a couple of weeks ago, so everyone's going full throttle. This is exactly what Thanksgiving football is about. 2 teams right next to each other, going head-to-head. It's going to be a good one.
100%. Both these teams are playing their starters. Now, Ben, this is the 40th annual Turkey Bowl, I like to call it. Not sure if that's an official name, but
it is now.
It is now. Marshfield holds a 19-18-2 record against these guys. Us winning last year, getting the edge on them. How can we keep the edge?
Well, keeping the edge, we got to just play it how we've been playing it this season. We went on I believe it was a 6 to 8 game win streak before we lost to Malden Catholic, so we were playing really well. So I think we just need to play like that. I do know that we're going to do a little bit of mix-up with the quarterback position. I believe we're going to see a little bit of Cole Summers, maybe even a little bit of Jamison Bongelati, maybe some Cash Coleman as well. It's going to be a different situation for the Rams, but I think they're going to throw off the Dragons by doing that, and I think the Rams are going to pick up the win here.
100%. Not to give any spoilers, but I did see Cole Summers and Jamison taking some snaps at practice. So
100%.
Be on the lookout for that. So as you can, from what I'm seeing on my chart here, it's been Duxbury 3-1 ever since the pandemic. So, pandemic kind of screwed us up a bit.
We're ready to go right back for it, huh?
Good, ready to go right back for it. Who do you see impacting this game today?
Well, there's a bunch of players. Obviously, the quarterback position is going to be interesting. We're going to see a little bit of Summers. We're going to see a little bit of Bongelati. Maybe even some Cash Coleman. I think Rollins is probably due for another big game, but mainly I think Phoenix Beauregard on the ground is going to be huge for the Rams. He has been an absolute unit, good old-fashioned bell cow for this team. You just give him the ball, watch him go to work. When they do go through the air, obviously you have the big names with Summers and Richardson and all the phenomenal receivers they have across the board from Marshfield. So I'm really looking for them to go for a quick start. If they can get whoever is that quarterback in rhythm early, they're going to be looking good.
I see this being a huge tight end game. I don't know why, but a big tight end in space, nothing gets me more excited, especially on Thanksgiving. Ben, this defense has been top 5 all year. Who do you see showing up extra for us today?
Yeah, this defense has absolutely been dominating this team. I've said it almost every pregame show that this defense is always carrying the Rams. But today, I'm looking for Dylan Burrow. He leads the team in sacks. He's got 7. He's got 2 forced fumbles, and he has 43 tackles on the season. I think he's going to make some great plays here for the Rams defense.
100%. Another guy on that defense as well. You got Alex Herbert, who's always in there for a sack. And then how can you mention the defense with not Charlie Leach, right?
Yeah.
100-plus tackles on the year. I mean, this kid has been automatic. The defense, I mean, a unit that we came into the year, we didn't really know how good they were going to be. They stepped up, and I'm looking for them to have a huge finish today.
Very unified. They're all glued together. Every unit, like, they have different meetings and, like, break off into positionals, but you can tell this defense is just so united, and they work so well together.
100%.
One person in particular I see having a great game today. Sneaky, but Jack Giannetti. I think when Phoenix gets tired, Jack Giannetti's going to pound the ball against that Duxbury D-line and, I don't know, maybe get a score.
100%. And funny enough, guys, I want to bring this up because I actually got to call the Duxbury game on WATD last week, and big shout out to the gentleman over at WATD. They got some electric backs in the backfield for Duxbury as well.
Yep.
They got Ian McNeil, they got Cole Barbaria, and a whole bunch of other units that they have across this team to just, get this offense turning. So I'm really looking for Charlie Leach to have a big game as well. If he's able to shut down the backs along with Cosman and the rest of this defensive line, Rams are going to be looking good.
Exactly. This defensive line and secondary has to be prepared for the run, because I believe it was 2023 when we saw, I forget the running back's name, but he ran all over. He ran till his shoes were on fire, so we had to be prepared for the run. Now,
I believe that was the Barlow kid.
The Barlow, Chris Barlow, exactly. But score predictions. What do we think?
I'm thinking it's going to be a Rams victory. I think we're seeing a lot of points. Give me a 31-14 victory in favor of the Rams.
31-14?
Yeah, 31-14. That's a good prediction. Well, I agree with you. I think the Rams are going to take it, but I think this one's going to be a bit of a close game with the Rams trying out this new formation with quarterbacks and whatnot. So I'm going to predict the same score they lost to against Malden Catholic. I'm going to predict 28-21. Rams take it.
Ben has a 100% success rate on the year, too.
Whatever he says goes, 100%.
Even the Marshfield losses he's called, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Now, this is a tough one. I think both offenses are going to struggle early on. I think we're not going to see much in the first half. But I think the Rams are going to take it, of course. When have I not taken them? But I think it's going to be 24-21.
Ooh.
Nick Drosopoulos ends the game.
Field goal, sends off the Rams.
Happy Thanksgiving. Let's go eat some stuffing. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, gentlemen, I hope we're in for a good Turkey Day. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you guys tune in. Me and Ben are going to be on the call for the game in just a couple of minutes. We'll see Jack Hughes back at halftime for the halftime report. Marshfield, go get yourself some early Thanksgiving breakfast. We will be back in just a little bit. It's Marshfield. It's Duxbury. We'll see you soon.
Happy Thanksgiving.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com. Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Hey guys, I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Ben.
And we are the voices of the Marshfield Rams football team for the pregame and halftime show that you hear every week.
Welcome back to the Marshfield Rams
MCM
pregame show.
To the halftime
show. I am Jack Hughes. This is Will and Ben. And
with the season coming to an end, we just want to take a quick time out and say thank you to everyone who joined us every single week to broadcast the Marshfield Rams football games. That ball hits off to the 5-10 touchdown but Marshfield wants to go and block it. They did. No one's going to catch Cole Hannigan as he throws on the afterburners.
The opportunity to broadcast our hometown athletes is such a privilege. We are also honored to bring you guys into the action.
Unfortunately, we're actually at risk of losing this local sports coverage that brings our community together. Frankly, we're in desperate need of support.
You see, we're a nonprofit, and while you may see us on a variety of platforms, the main funding that Marshfield Community Media gets is from the cable payments of Marshfield residents.
As more and more people continue to cut cable in the town, this results in dwindling funds for MCM, which means less broadcasting and even worse, less football.
If you enjoy seeing our local athletes on screen, if you've been enjoying our halftime reports, or if you value hometown sports and community storytelling, please consider making a donation today. Your donations can help keep the lights on, the mics working, and the cameras rolling.
Your donations will go directly towards the essentials. Equipment upgrades, production costs, and to pay the staff that's behind us every single week during the games.
Every contribution, big or small, helps keep the game going and the cameras rolling. So please, consider donating down below.
A tradition that's dated all the way back to 1985 has found its way back in the year 2025. The 40th anniversary of the Marshfield High and Duxbury Dragon football Thanksgiving Day game is here once again. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Ben, two Titans in the South Shore. Ready to face off once again on Thanksgiving. It's the Rams, it's the Dragons. We're in for a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Every year has been a treat to watch the Thanksgiving games. Obviously, it's the 40th that we've had the Thanksgiving game. But today, it's a big game. It's for the Patriot League championship right here. Both these teams looking to walk home and eat some turkey knowing that they won the Patriot League. So both teams coming in with some animosity, looking to win today's game. So I'm excited to see what they both got.
Yeah, we got a good matchup for you here tonight. You see the captains taking the field right now for Marshfield. It's Bongelati, it's Leach, and McGowan. For the Duxbury side, Jake Falls, Gavin Hammond, Brady Rhinesmith, and then Hank Frazier and Tucker Henderson, your captains for the Dragons, getting ready to flip this coin off. Ben, it's a great pleasure every year. It's a morning game. It's sunny out. It's a beautiful day for football, and we got two teams who are ready to compete. Got to call a game we mentioned in the pregame show with Jack Hughes on WATD last week in the Final Four of Division 4. Between Duxbury and Scituate. And I got to tell you, I know you haven't seen the Duxbury team play yet, but they got some players back there. So Marshfield, they got their hands full today, but I know that everyone is going to be fired up and ready to go in their final game.
Yeah, both teams definitely fired up. As we mentioned in the pregame, the Rams going to try out some new quarterback positions. A little bit of Cole Summers and Jameson Bongelati action will be going on in the quarterback position. Maybe even a little bit of Cash Coleman too, but as you mentioned, Duxbury has quite a few Titans on the team. You got Cole Barberi, as you mentioned, on the pregame show in the backfield. He's made some lethal plays for the Dragons here this season, so I think he's going to have a big game, and the Rams defense are going to have to find a way to stop him.
Brady Rhinesmith, the senior captain as well, has been electric with his arm in that game versus Scituate. He had a lot of big passes. He had the one mistake, the interception that was thrown in the fourth quarter, but other than that, he was very efficient with his arm. As the coin toss has concluded, we're going to get ready to kick this one off. You see both teams getting fired up here. Ben, I mean, it's hard to really predict what's going to happen today. You got two really good teams. As you know, we've said a million times, both these teams, 7 wins on the year for the Dragons, 6 for Marshfield, and two teams that every year they're always competing for that state championship. This is the first time since, I believe, 2021 or 2022, where both teams are playing their entire roster. No team going to the Super Bowl next week. So we are in for a good one. Both teams at full strength. As Marshfield going to get ready to receive the opening kickoff here. Gavin Hammond, one of those senior captains, will kick this one off. And it's D'Antonio and Cole Summers back deep to receive. And we are ready to kick off one of the best Turkey Day traditions, the best Turkey Day tradition in the South Shore. It's Marshfield. It's Duxbury. A game that everyone in the town, both of these are fired up for, packed here in Duxbury. And Hammond Get ready to kick this one off for zone 45. He will boot it deep. Jake D'Antonio will be the one to field it. Far sideline, D'Antonio going to work his way upfield. D'Antonio makes a cut. He's going to get up close to that 30-yard line. That is where the Rams offense will take over. Ben, again, who are we going to see opening the game at quarterback today? It's going to be interesting.
That's the real question, Will. We don't know who it's going to be. It's going to be Cole Summers, Jamison Bongelati, even Nate Rollinson maybe has a chance of getting in. Even some Cash Coleman, too. We don't know who's going to start things off. I'm really excited to see who the Rams are going to put in tonight.
We've heard the rumors all throughout this week, all throughout practice, who is going to be in. And here you go, no Nate Rollinson to take the field on the opening drive. It is Cole Summers. And there, D'Antonio, Richardson, Beauregard is the back. Alongside him, number 86, one of those big tight ends, that is Sean Chesbrough. As we're going to spot the ball right here. So Jack Hughes nailed it. It's going to be Summers to start things off.
So we'll see. We even saw him throw a little bit last week against Malden Catholic where they had that trick play, and I believe the second half. So Summers has a little bit of quarterback action. Let's see what he's got, Will.
It's a first down and 10. Ready to play. Summers going to send a man in motion, and someone jumped early. Not sure who moved first there. It was right at the line of scrimmage. It is a false start against the Rams, so tough start for Marshfield. They're going to back them up 5 more, and we'll replay first down.
Not the best way you want to start the game here if you're Marshfield. Usually when Marshfield's throwing down flags for false starts, usually the other way around. But Marshfield back in the 5 yards here.
First and 15. Summers going to send a man in motion, take the snap. It's a handoff to Phoenix Beauregard, who will fight his way forward with that offensive line. Gain of a couple. Going to get close to that line of scrimmage initially, and it will be second down. He actually got about a yard, so about a 2nd and 13 coming up.
Yeah, it's hard not to mention Phoenix Beauregard when you're talking about a running back. He's been absolutely lethal this year for the Rams.
Summers, once again, he's going to sweep it to D'Antonio on the outside. Makes a cut upfield. First down yardage for Jake D'Antonio. Flag going to come in late, but D'Antonio had a first down. No, the ball came out. Couldn't see that from here. It was a fumble towards the end. The ball popped out. And Jake D'Antonio with a fumble. Duxbury going to get a turnover early. That was the last second there, Ben, where it popped out for Jake D'Antonio.
Yeah, I thought at first it was just a late penalty, but then when you realize Duxbury was celebrating, they recovered that fumble there, so not the way you want to start things if you're the Rams here, Will.
Second fumble on the year, I believe, for Beauregard, and will set Duxbury up at a 1st and 10. Brady Rhinesmith in the gun. McNeil the back to his left. Take the snap. It's on the ground again. Marshfield's going to fall right on it, I believe. I think Cosman got underneath it waiting for the call. Who got to it first? It will stay Duxbury ball. Wow, that was close to Andrew Cosman jumping on the ball.
Almost back-to-back fumbles there, Will. That's a rare thing to happen, but Marshfield quickly throwing off Duxbury early moments in this game.
Be a second down. 2 fumbles on back-to-back plays. It's D'Antonio and then the center for Duxbury. A fumble that one away. I believe it was number 58, Hank Frazier, the center. One of the captains here, and on a great start for him. Second down and 10. Ball gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Rhinesmith with McNeil to his left. Take the snap. It's a handoff to McNeil. Working the right side of the field. Breaking off tackles is Ian McNeil. And he will be close to first down yardage. Going to depend on the spot. Ben, those were one of the guys we were talking about right there. Ian McNeil, an explosive back.
Yeah, we were talking about both backs, him and Barbaria. Both great players for the Dragons, so both, I think, are looking to have a big game here today.
Cosman going to come in, or Foley to come in, excuse me, and that is Connor Scott, or one of the Scott brothers that is going to come out on a 3rd down and about 2 for the Duxbury offense. Got to think it's 4-down territory here, Ben. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Rhinesmith, McNeil the back, going to send a man in motion. Rhinesmith going to QB keep to the right side. Marshfield right there to make the play, and a big loss. The Rams defensive line with great pursuit going to bring up a 4th down and longer, and Marshfield going to bring in Richardson and Gene Lewis with that extra secondary.
That was big right there. Charlie Leach picking up his 103rd tackle on the season. He leads the team. He also has half a sack on the season. So he's been absolutely dominating for the Rams. Senior captain, obviously a well-earned position for him. He makes some great plays for the Rams this season.
with that loss of yardage. It's going to be about a 4th and 5. Offense for Duxbury will stay on the field. Ryan Smith will drop back, look to throw over the middle. That ball off the hands and knocked away. Couldn't connect with his intended receiver, Jake Falls. Unable to reel that one in. Marshfield going to take over on downs, and the offense will retake the field to try and make up for that turnover.
Well, yeah, you had that scary fumble by Jake D'Antonio there on that sweep route. But now they turn things over real quick. The Marshfield defense helping out the offense, turning things over here. It's going to... But the real question is Summers going to come back on the field again, or will they throw on Jamison Bongelati?
Well, we'll have to see it, but the offensive line unit for always Marshfield is in there from left to right. You've got McGowan, Keenan, Nutley, Amaral, and Nicholson. That's from left to right, the unit that has held down the trenches for the Rams all year, and I believe that is Cole Summers still in at quarterback. On a 1st down and 10. Duxbury showing blitz as they creep closer to that line of scrimmage. Summers going to take the snap. It's a rollout to the right. Summers will check it down. That ball is caught. And to the outside. A big hole. Look at him go. Chesbro all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Sean Chesbro, the extra tight end for the Rams, throws on the wheels. And a big play for Marshfield.
We saw earlier on the pregame Jack Hughes mentioning he wants to see some tight end action today for the Rams, and right there we saw a big play. Sean Chesbro getting the ball down the field for the Rams.
Rollinson back in at quarterback now. We get to see Nate's first action. D'Antonio going to come in, and Marshfield going to have to burn a timeout here with confusion on who was supposed to come in the game. First timeout going to be taken. Ben, you already see the Marshfield strategy here. They are already going with the trick plays. You get Cole Summers active early, an electric receiver for the Rams. He leads the team in all-purpose yards with 694. I mean, he's a gadget guy. They're using him on offense for quarterback now. Just a guy who can really do it all.
Yeah, we've seen him on all sorts of sides of the ball. Of course, leading with all-purpose yards. He also leads with total points scored with 48 and total touchdowns with 8. So he's absolutely on every side of the ball here. He's the Swiss Army knife of the Rams team.
We're going to see, it looks like some Nate Rollinson action as he's getting ready to check back into the game. A little bit of the different tight end action, too. You get to see Sean Chesbro, another tight end, to come in. They got a lot of guys. They got Chesbro, they got O'Brien, they got Aiden Summers. And Jack predicted, hey, it might be a big tight end game. So far, so good. You'll also see a lot of Duxbury players play both sides here today. Traditionally what they do. Marshfield going to break the huddle from the timeout on a 1st and 10. Bogart's the back. Rollinson back in at quarterback. Chesbro going to be sent in motion. Rollinson will take the snap, hand off Beauregard up the middle behind the offensive line. Decent gain for Phoenix. Gain of a couple, going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Phoenix Burr's first game of year was against Bridgewater Raynham, and he had an absolutely lethal game. But he leads the team in rushing with 589 yards, so he's definitely the running back the Rams like to go with.
It's a decent game for Phoenix. We're going to bring a 2nd down, about 6. Aiden Summers going to be sent in motion. Rollinson take the snap, hand off to Beauregard once again up the middle. Phoenix Beauregard almost broke that one loose. A shoestring tackle in the secondary. Enough for a 1st down and 1st and goal for the Rams.
Now 1st and goal, big moment here. You want to get this one into the end zone. We've already seen a fumble today. We hopefully don't want to see another one here, Will.
The always quick Marshfield offense right up to the line of scrimmage. Luke Richardson, Cole Summers, bottom of your screen, Rollinson. Snap, handoff, up the middle, Phoenix. Beauregard will fight forward. Another hard run for Phoenix. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Rams looking to pound the rock here early, Will, with Beauregard. I mean, you're this close to the goal line. And just like that, look at that. Cole Summers coming in for quarterback here. Jake D'Antonio also checking in as well.
Rams really like to give a lot of different looks so far today. It's been everywhere. Summers, Rollinson. And they haven't been afraid to throw the ball with Summers either. So here we go. 2nd down and goal. Summers the quarterback. He'll send a man in motion. It's a quarterback keeper. Cole Summers up the middle to the goal line. Might just be a yard shy, and that is where they'll mark him. Right at the 1-yard line. Almost another big touchdown for Summers.
And Rollinson, just like that, coming back into the game. As well as Cole Hannigan. He's checking in as well.
As Jake falls on the tackle for the Dragons. 3rd and 1 from the 1 yard line. Rollinson in the gun. He's got Beauregard lined up in the backfield to his right. Early in the first quarter here on Thanksgiving. Rollinson takes the snap. Beauregard, middle, end zone, touchdown Marshfield. Phoenix Beauregard, the strong running back for the Rams, is going to power in for his 6th touchdown of the year. Marshfield draws blood first here on Thanksgiving. You hear the Marshfield band. You're going to hear the Marshfield band a lot. They're right next to us today playing us out. Very immersive here on MCM as the extra point unit will come on for the Rams. We've seen a couple of trick plays out of them before, but now Jamison Bongiolotti will call everyone back in. And Nick Drosopoulos, the always reliable kicker for the Rams, going to get ready to put this one through the uprights. Or is this Bongiolotti kicking?
I believe that's Bongiolotti kicking
here.
There
we go.
That's a little interesting.
So Jamison Bongiolotti, usually one of the holders, will attempt the extra point here.
Trick
and
play.
Here we go. It's a trick play. It's going to be thrown. End zone. Was that ball caught? No. Falls out of the hands. Intended for Chesbro. Interesting to see. We were confused where we saw Bongiolotti set up for the extra point. We're like, wait a minute. That's usually a Drosopoulos job. 2-point conversion, no good. So it's 6-0 Rams.
Yeah, they went for the trick play there. I believe they were trying to check it down to Aiden Summers, the tight end in the back of the end zone. He just couldn't hold on to it. He had some Duxbury defenders right on top of him. But Jamison Bongiolotti, he's already got a 2-point conversion on the season for the Rams. Him and Sean Fullen as well. Both have 2-point conversions for the Rams.
Aruka not afraid to go for the big-time plays, too. We know that for sure. He's always going to go for that extra yard, that extra point if he can.
No, absolutely not. I've talked to Sean Fullen a few times about that play. He's told me that they really want to try to get those plays going more often against teams like Duxbury. So right there was a perfect example. They were going for it here.
Well, even when you don't go for it, it's an extra thing that they have to prepare for, right? You got to be ready for that Marshfield team to, hey, you don't know if they are going to go for it. You got to set up for it. Just one more thing that you got to task another team with preparing. Is now Drosopoulos going to kick this one off, going to take a bounce and then roll out of bounds. So it's going to be a good starting field position for the Dragons as the Rams offense will get ready to take the field. Ben, so far so good. They had that fumble. They weren't able to recover, but on the opening drive, they got it to a 4th and long and were able to stop him on 4th down.
Yeah, the Rams defense making up for the offense's mistake there. The fumble, obviously not what you want to have happen on the first drive of the game, but the Rams bounced back from that, taking it all the way to the end zone. Obviously, the 2-point didn't go their way, but the Rams have the lead here, Will.
6-0 lead for the Rams. Sun is blinding us a little bit here. I'm going to try and get you a look at the game clock when we can. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh, it's a cameraman Jack for that one. Got the good eyes. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Ryan Smith in the gun, back to his right. Take the snap, Ryan Smith. Going to drop back, throw the screen pass. Good move by McNeil. Going to cut it back upfield. The Rams are going to be able to wrap him up. Could have been a lot bigger. Good job by the Marshfield defense to rally to McNeil in the middle of the field.
Yeah, they saw McNeil get the pass right there, and they immediately went right for him there. That's the Rams defense, like a heat-seeking missile. Just going right to where the ball is, always making sure to make the stop as fast as they can. Right there, perfect example of it. Rams bringing up 2nd down.
4-yard gain for McNeil. Going to spot it at a 2nd down and 6. And McNeil will remain the back with Ryan Smith once again in the gun. It's a tight formation for the Dragons. Going to send a man in motion. Take the snap, hand off McNeil up the middle once again. And nowhere to go for him. Wrapped up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Casale comes in to clean up the rest. And 3rd down coming up for Duxbury.
Kyle Casale on the tackle there, picking up his 70th tackle of the season, absolutely dominating things for the Rams.
Casale's had huge plays all throughout the year. He had the interception a couple of weeks back. Just a guy who's always reliable on the defensive front for the Rams. Here we go, 3rd down and about 3 coming up for the Dragons. Ryan Smith in the gun. Still McNeil in the backfield to his right. Ryan Smith roll out right. Ball thrown and caught, and first down yardage picked up. Bongelati will wrap him up at the opposite 49-yard line. Duxbury going to move the chains.
Well, I think Duxbury knows that the Rams know how to read the run game. Well, it's a pass game where this defense tends to slip up a little bit right there. Perfect example. Duxbury able to pass the ball, get it right down the field. The lineup just past the 50-yard line, getting around the Rams defense here.
Yeah, the secondary, they've had their moments, but usually where the Rams defense will struggle is when they're giving up those big pass plays through the air. The run game has been good. 1st and 10, Ryan Smith once again in the shotgun. Receiver spread out. He'll drop back, look to throw. Ball to the outside, will be caught. Good ball from Ryan Smith. Jack Carney, with the catch, and it is another first down picked up for the Dragons.
Dragons are going to go heavy through the air here right now. It's working in their favor. They're getting around the Rams defense, picking up back-to-back first downs here.
Carney had a big game last week as well versus Duxbury. Got in the end zone for a touchdown. Or versus Scituate, First down and 10, Ryan Smith will send Hammond in motion. It is a sweep to Hammond on the outside. Nowhere to go. Big hit in the backfield. Charlie Leach, the 100-plus tackle man for the Rams, going to get him in the backfield, bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, 100-plus for Charlie Leach. That was number 104 for big Charlie Leach, the senior captain. We've seen him make so many great tackles this season for the Rams. And right there, making a big tackle, pushing the Dragons back.
Trying to have a good send-off, Charlie Leach, and what has been a great career at Marshfield High football. 2nd down, Ryan Smith will look to throw. Pressure coming, checks it down to McNeil, who is laid out. What a heat. Whew, that is Ryan Medeiros laying down the hit stick. What a play.
Ryan Medeiros picking up his 44th tackle on the season. So far, we've seen a couple of guys on defense get some tackles here. The defense been spreading all over the place, getting tackles left and right.
Medeiros, another one of those guys where you're going to hear his name a couple of times a game. He's always good for a big player, too. And so far, so good. Going to be a 3rd down and about 4 for the Dragons as Ryan Smith will break the huddle. One receiver bottom of your screen. I believe that is Carney. Big 3rd down, Ryan Smith in the gun, back lined up to his right. He will drop back, look to throw from the 50. Plenty of time, steps up in the pocket. That ball incomplete. Intended receiver could not hold on to it. That was Carney, the intended receiver. Another 4th down coming up for Duxbury.
Yeah, we saw them go for it last time on 4th down, and they're still lined up to go for it here, but I think they're going to go for it here, Will.
Might as well. 4 down territory. This is what I saw a lot of last week back in Hingham when it was Duxbury and Scituate. They love to go for it on 4th down. But Ryan Smith also does the punting for this team, so that is what they choose to do. And this punt might be a little too far. Will line up in the end zone. Luke Richardson going to let that one go back. The Marshfield offense, another big stop on 4th down. Shout out to David Kaminsky and the Marshfield High Band playing us out here on MCM. 1st down and 10 for the Rams. Summers lined back up at quarterback. Going to take the snap, drop back, and look to throw. And now we'll step up in the pocket. Throw over the middle. Ball is caught. 1st down picked up for the Rams. D'Antonio going to do a little bit extra. Who threw that ball for the Rams, actually? That was Rawlinson, excuse me. It's hard with all these guys switching in and out. There's a 1st down picked up for the Rams. Rawlinson will stay in at quarterback. 1st and 10. Richardson in motion. A hard count will not get the defensive line of the Dragons to jump. Still Phoenix Beauregard in the backfield. Take the snap. Screen to the outside for Richardson, who makes the catch, stays in bounds. Richardson with a burst of speed. Close to that 1st down marker. Looks like he has it. Luke Richardson, another big catch. One of those guys you really want to see going. When Richardson can get out in space, he's lethal.
Yeah, Luke Richardson, he leads the team in receiving yards, or at least he walked in leading the team in receiving yards. He's getting a few more here. He led with 400 coming in today's game. He also has 3 touchdowns on the season. He's a great player for the Rams.
Rollinson going to go under center, drop back, look to throw another ball to Richardson, who's going to reel it in and make the catch for a couple. Big hit by the O-line, going to put down one of those Duxbury defenders as well. I believe that was Amaral and Nicholson combining there. Second down and 4. Rollinson going to go back under center. Cole Summers in motion. Take the handoff to Beauregard up the middle. Phoenix Beauregard. Plenty of yardage for the first down. Big play by Phoenix. Marshall will move the chains.
Phoenix Beauregard scored earlier for the Rams. Rams always looking at Phoenix Beauregard when they're looking to run. We saw a little bit of Evan Williams and Jack Giannetti, but it's always been Phoenix Beauregard as the reliable running back.
Fresh set of downs. Rollinson will move back in the shotgun. Aiden Summers will be sent in motion, take the snap, hand off to Beauregard up the middle, who will fight forward right behind the right side of that O-line. Decent gain for him will bring up second down, and they really want to work Phoenix here early.
Yeah, Rams looking to pound the rock here. I mean, they scored with Phoenix earlier.
Alec Wood's going to get the tackle. 2 minutes and some change to go here in the opening quarter. Second down, Rollinson under center. Looks to send a man in motion. No one moves. Hannigan will now go. Take the snap, hand off Beauregard once again up the middle, breaking off of tackles. And he keeps his feet moving. Amaral with another big block downfield. Man, that whole side of the right offensive line is not playing right now on these run plays.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a classic rivalry game here. Well, you're going to see some chippiness. Obviously, it's for a league title, so both teams obviously coming in with a little bit of animosity.
Third down and about 2 for the Rams. Rollinson under center. Hannigan in motion again. Hand off to Beauregard, who is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Chesbro gets into the extracurricular activities now. Wood going to make the tackle, and it's going to be a 4th down and short for the Rams, and Aruka going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, we saw the Dragons go for it before here, so now the Rams going to match that and go for it on 4th down here.
Minute 10 to go, and offense does stay on the field. Beauregard's the back, Hannigan in motion. Hard count will not get anyone to jump on the Dragons side. Richardson and Hannigan will reposition. Aiden Summers lined up bottom of your screen. Big 4th down for the Rams. I would love to keep this drive moving. Rollinson will send Richardson in motion. Take the snap, Rollinson looking to throw. He'll check it down. Richardson got lit up in the backfield. How is that not pass interference? Luke Richardson got lit up. The ball was heading his way. I think a flag did come in because there's no way that wasn't pass interference.
There is a flag on the field there, Will. I do see a flag where Richardson was, I assume where Richardson was supposed to be before he was lit up there.
They're waving it off.
Oh, wow.
That is a terrible call. I mean, Richardson got bear hugged right in the backfield. He had no chance to make a play on the ball. You can see the coaching staff fired up right now. How that wasn't a PI, I mean, that was as clear as day.
Yeah, clear pass interference, hugging Richardson, pushing them back, nowhere for Richardson to go. I mean, I don't see the call, but you can't argue with the refs.
I mean, is it because it's behind the line of scrimmage? I have no, because they threw the flag and then waved it off. It might be because the ball was tipped when Rollinson went to throw it, because then pass interference doesn't matter. I'm sure all you back at MCM are rewinding your stream right now to see what happened there. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Ryan Smith will direct snap it to McNeil, who's going to work the right side of the field. Big hole for Ian McNeil, still breaking tackles, and enough yardage for a 1st down, as that will probably do it for the quarter as we wind down to the last couple of seconds. It is a 1st down for the Dragons, down to 7, down to 6. And Duxbury looks content to just run this thing out, and they will. Rams lead 6-0 early here on Turkey Day from Duxbury, Mass. We're going to take a break here on Marshfield Community Media. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility.
back, everyone, to Duxbury High. Turkey Day football. Duxbury on a 1st down and 10. Ryan Smith, deep ball, sideline. Riley cannot make the play. A big catch down the sideline for the Dragons. That is Nate Reed able to reel it in. And Riley couldn't quite get his head around on that one.
Yeah, Riley was right on top of him. Reed just turned on the jets, got right past Riley, was able to make the catch in a crucial moment for Duxbury. Not the kind of play you want if you're a Rams fan. Going to push the Dragons a lot closer to the end zone here.
Big play that the Dragons were looking for. Not 1st and goal yet. 1st down and 10. Ryan Smith in the gun. McNeil still the back. Ryan Smith going to send a man in motion. Ball is loose. Ryan Smith will throw to the outside and will complete it to the back. Getting upfield, will be tackled out of bounds, but good heads-up play from Ryan Smith. That could have gone south really quick.
Yeah, the bobbled snap there. The Rams defense definitely saw an opportunity to make a play, but quickly the Dragons able to make something out of nothing real quick. So that was a good play there. We'll bring up 2nd down here.
John Selesky, I believe, is the man who made the catch there. Look out for him. Another weapon that Duxbury will use pretty frequently. 2nd down and 2. Duxbury will line up in the shotgun with Ryan Smith. Hand off, McNeil up the middle. Nowhere to go. The Rams are right there to wrap him up. Big play by the defensive line. Once again, a Marshfield going to bring up 3rd down. Still about a 3rd down and 3. They might have backed him up 1 yard. Duxbury has struggled on 3rd down so far. 10:45 to go in 2nd quarter action. Rams lead 6-0. And Duxbury going to take their time on the play clock here. Make sure they get the right play called. Bongelati, single coverage, bottom of your screen. Ryan Smith going to send a man in motion. Take the snap. Hand off up the middle. McNeil, nowhere to go. A flag came in late, I believe. Flag did come in. I don't believe McNeil had the 1st down yardage. We'll have to see what the penalty. It's like they're signaling that it's against the Dragons. They're going to back this one up further. It is a holding against Duxbury. First big penalty of the game for the Dragons. Going to make a 3rd and 2 way longer.
Well, now this is a big opportunity for the Rams to put up the brick wall and maybe try to turn things over here. Definitely don't want Duxbury getting in the end zone here.
Doing everything you can to keep him out at this point. Here we go. Big 3rd down. It's about 3rd down and 13. Whistle's going to blow again. I think the officials need to touch the ball here and spot it.
Wouldn't be a Ram game without a little ref miscommunication.
Just about to say.
Well, we've seen it almost every single game this season.
Refs just want to keep us here longer. I want to get to my turkey, man. Let's play some ball.
Not exactly sure what the spot is here. I think we're going to resume playing a couple seconds here.
But are you a big turkey guy?
Of course I am. I know a lot of people like ham, but I'm not
I know
much of
it's been a
ham
big
guy.
debate. People are starting to.
Some people say turkey's overrated.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not with that. Big 3rd down. Ryan Smith going to drop back, look to throw. Now it's a step up in the pocket. Going to try and run for this one. Marshfield going to chase him down and will wrap him up out of bounds. Good play there on the outside. Ryan Medeiros, Bergameska, Dylan Burho all there in on the play. It'll bring up 4th down. Decisions to make for Duxbury, who they're 0 for 1 on 4th down so far. Do they try again?
I mean, you're this close to the end zone. It's a big decision. Take the points or try to go for more points, really. You're going to get points. I mean, it's either points or no points, really.
Big 4th down here. They are going to keep the offense on the field. 9:30 to go in the 2nd quarter. Ryan Smith in the gun. It's a pitch to McNeil to the outside. Does he have enough? It doesn't look like he got there, and he did not. Big stop by the Marshfield defense. Another 4th down stop. And the offense is going to take over in their own territory.
0 for 2 on 4th down here for the Dragons. I was going to say back-to-back, but the Rams making 2 big stops here on 4th down. The defense carrying the Rams here today.
The offense going to get ready to retake the field. Phoenix Bogart with a lone touchdown today. Tough field position for the Rams. They're inside their own 10. Let's see if they can make it happen. Rollinson back in at quarterback. Beauregard is the back. 2 receivers bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. On a 1st down and 10. Summers in motion. Handoff. Beauregard up the middle. Hard run by Beauregard once again. Decent gain as well. Going to bring up 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain. They continue to just work Phoenix, Ben.
Yeah, Phoenix Beauregard, he's always been the reliable running back for the Rams this season. We've seen a little bit of Evan Williams and Jack Giannetti as well, but it's really been Phoenix this season.
And will remain Beauregard in the backfield on a 2nd and 5. Summers gets sent around in motion. Handoff to Beauregard once again. A big run by Beauregard, who just always trucks for extra yardage. Going to be close to a spot. He will have enough for a 1st down, so 2 runs back-to-back with Phoenix move the chains. Going to take a breather. Giannetti going to check into the backfield now.
We'll see Cole Hannigan come out for Aiden Summers to come in as well.
Big set unit for the Rams. Rollinson sends a man in motion. Giannetti, the sophomore, works upfield right behind the middle of that offensive line. And a good run by Jack Giannetti going to bring up 2nd down. Marshfield liking the run game on this drive.
Yeah, they're pounding the rock here with Beauregard and now Giannetti. It's been working on their favor. They've picked up the 1st down there with Beauregard.
Here we go, 2nd down. How many are here? Rollinson in the gun, send a man in motion. He will take the snap, handoff once again up the middle. Not a whole lot of space to go this time around. Giannetti on his 2nd carry, not able to get anything there. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Rams, and Evan Williams will come in.
We've mentioned it before, the running back rotation with Beauregard, Giannetti, and Williams. It's always been working out this season for the Rams.
A big 3rd down here for the Marshfield offense. Rollinson going to take the snap, look to throw. Richardson, ball outside, reels it in. Luke Richardson will make the catch at around the 50. Big catch by Luke Richardson.
I think they're ruling him out of bounds, Will.
And Rollinson instantly there saying he for sure got a foot down. Rollinson is furious right now. That is the most fired up I've seen him be.
Yeah, it's 2 controversial calls by the refs here today, Will. First, the no call on pass interference. Now an incomplete pass on a pass that from here looked clear as day that he got his feet in.
I thought for sure he got a foot in. That is, and Luke Richardson, a guy where if you throw that ball in the same area code, I mean, he's going to go up and get it. It's a great catch by Luke that unfortunately will not count. And Marshfield forced to punt away with Summers. And McNeil set to return.
2 yards to go. Ball's on the 24-yard line. McNeil deep to receive.
Snap will go deep to Summers. Flag or whistle's blown.
Official timeout.
Another official timeout here. Stop the clock at 7:13. I feel like we keep having problems spotting the ball. They're not quite getting it set, and then they blow it dead right before.
Yeah, a lot of controversy with the refs here today, Will. We've seen a couple of controversial calls, and then we've seen some timeouts here, so the refs need to do a better job handling today's game.
Now the Rams are going to get ready to punt this one away. Cole Summers, the punt man for the Rams, and he will get this one off. It's a decent punt. McNeil going to fair catch the ball, and he will hold on. Pressure was coming from the Rams. Tim Stiles almost got right there, and if he were to drop that ball, Styles would have been all over it. Good pump by Summers with the Duxbury defense getting ready to take over with 7 minutes to go in the second.
41-yard line.
I need to go back and take a look at that later today. I need to see if Richardson got at least a foot in. I mean, it looked clear as day, but who knows?
It looked clear as day. The Rams sideline was celebrating. They thought they had the big catch there, but referee then came over and broke the news that it was incomplete. But from here, it didn't look incomplete. From the ref's perspective, who knows?
First down and 10, Rhinesmith will throw to the outside. Reed going to make the catch. Reed to the 50 and will be tackled after a first down gain by the Dragon receiver. And under 7 minutes to go, Duxbury loving to go through the air.
Yeah, they know that the run game isn't great when it comes to the Rams defense, so they know going through the air is their best chance of getting around the Rams defense here today.
They will move the chains. Clock continues to tick here, down to 6:43. And a first down and 10 for the Dragons. Rhinesmith, shotgun, McNeil the back. To hand off to McNeil, trying to get up the middle. Rams D-line, stuff him right at the line of scrimmage. Cosman, one of the men in on the tackle with Sean Foley, will bring up second down. The Marshfield D-line, they've had a good game so far. McNeil's broken up a couple of runs, but other than that, they've really been sound. Foley, Herbert, Leach, they've all been able to make the plays.
Yeah, we've seen this defense make a ton of great plays here for the Rams, and I think they're going to continue to do so.
Second down from Rhinesmith. He's going to look to throw. Deep ball. Was that one reeled in? They say yes. Big catch on the outside. Jack Carney going to reel that one in. Looks like it was a little underthrown by Rhinesmith, but a good catch by Carney will lead to a first down.
Beautiful pass by Brady Rhinesmith.
First down and 10. Duxbury now into Marshfield territory. Rhinesmith with McNeil lined up to his left. Took the snap, looked to throw. Plenty of time. Rhinesmith, deep ball to the end zone. That ball is looking for the signal. They say reeled in a flag to come in. Great catch made by the receiver for the Dragons, but flag to come in late, and I think it's against Duxbury, maybe for an offensive pass interference. And that will be the call, so Marshfield finally going to get a flag to go their way. Good ball by Rhinesmith, a good catch, but the offensive PI will send that one back. We'll replay first down. The air game has been so good for the Dragons. I mean, when you have a senior quarterback who's able to just whip the ball around the field, so many weapons. You can see Duxbury, they love to play that style of game, the air raid offense.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, the run game when it comes to the Rams defense, it's hard to get around them, but when you go through the air, that's where the Rams, they play a little bit of a weak spot there against the Rams going through the air. So right there, big play, fortunately called back, but the Dragons keeping the Rams on their toes here, Will.
Back this one way up, I mean, way long. This is first down and 25, I believe is what the PA tells us from up in the booth. First and 25, Duxbury got a lot of ground to make up. Rhinesmith going to line up in the shotgun once again, empty set. Senior captain will take the snap, drop back, look to throw, he'll roll out to the right. That ball is incomplete. Good coverage by the Rams and great pressure by the defensive line to force Rhinesmith to put that ball in the dirt.
Yeah, it's the heavy pressure with Charlie Leach, Andrew Cosman. They always get in the quarterback's face. They make sure to put the pressure on right there, bring it up. Second down. Dragons got to find a way around the Rams defense here.
Rams going to bring in some extra D-backs into the game. Casali will come out. Riley Bongelati and Gene Lewis will come in. Play a bit of extra corner, nickel corner. About 5:30 to go in the first half. Rhinesmith in the gun. McNeil to his right. He will drop back. Air this one out. That ball knocked away. Great coverage on the outside by Liam Riley. That'll bring up third down and a country mile coming up for the Dragons.
Yeah, Liam Riley. We saw him have that little play get by him in the first quarter there when he had the receiver right there, but he just let him get away, and he unfortunately let the catch up. But right there making up for it there, making the stop.
Well, there's one thing about those Riley boys. They do not lack confidence, that's for sure, even when they let up a big play. Those guys always confident. 5:24 on the clock right now on a 3rd down and 25. Ryan Smith will just hand this one off to McNeil. Nowhere to go. Strange play on 3rd down. Charlie Leach comes in to clean up the mess that Gene Lewis and Riley were a part of. It'll bring up 4th down. 5 minutes to go. Dylan Burho in on the stop as well. And Duxbury going to get ready to punt this one away.
Just like that, the absolute lethal unit of the Rams defense making the stop, putting up the brick wall, as I like to say, pushing back. The Dragons going to force him to punt here. But I've always said it, the Rams defense carries this team.
That has been the story of the Rams so far this year. Elite defensive unit as Ryan Smith going to send this one back. Cole Summers will return it. Ball is on the ground. Summers fumbled it. Who got on top of it? Looks like Marshfield did, and they will maintain possession, but a dangerous play by the senior wide receiver trying to get a couple extra yards. Still will be 1st down for the Rams. 4:36 to go in the half, and plenty of time to make a push down the field.
Yeah, absolutely. It's plenty of time. You got time to get down the field. Rams already lead by 6. At this point, you just want to keep the lead or try to extend it as best you can here.
First down and 10 for the Rams. Rollinson going to send Summers in motion, take the snap, hand off to Summers on the outside. Going to break one tackle. Cole Summers stays on his feet, and we'll get a good run close to the 1st down marker. Good run by Cole, able to bounce off Cole Barberia, I believe, in that secondary. 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Rams. 4-10, Rollinson under center will hand off Beauregard up the middle, and a good fight by Beauregard, going to have 1st down yardage. I would like to see the Rams continue with the run game here. When you have weapons, Rollinson, Giannetti, Williams, it's worked out great for the Rams offense.
Yeah, pounding the rock is always the great strategy by the Rams with Beauregard, Giannetti, Williams.
Well, this time it's a sweep to Cole Summers on the outside, and a big run by Cole Summers as he runs through tacklers. Going to have 1st down yardage, and will, I believe, move the chains once again. Going to depend on the spot. They might have him a yard shy. Then they will just have him a yard shy, but Marshfield offense going to go quick. Right back on the ball for Rollinson. Take the snap, Beauregard up the middle. He'll bounce it to the right side. And a big run by Beauregard once again. Pick up a 1st down. It feels like he's good for 4 or 5 yards a pop every time.
Yeah, absolutely. Beauregard, absolutely lethal for the Rams. Coming into today, he had 589 rushing yards on the season. Obviously, he's picking up more, but he's a great player here on this Rams team.
2nd down, hard count by Rollinson. And might have gotten someone to jump. And they did get someone on the Duxbury offense to jump, so finally the hard count going to get someone to move. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Rams with 2:33 left to go in the 2nd quarter. 3:33, excuse me. Shout out, Jack. It's the light. Tough to see from here. 1st down and 5. Rollinson will line up at the shotgun. Beauregard will be to his left. Double tight end set with Summers and Chesbrough. Chesbrough going to get sent from motion left to right. Rollinson, snap, handoff. Beauregard up the middle. And not a whole lot of running room for Phoenix there. Going to get a couple of yards, but it will still be 2nd down. Marshfield right back on the ball. Once again, no fear in keeping their foot on the pedal. Still about 3 minutes left to go. 1st quarter action here, plenty of time to push this down the field. Rollinson will have a tight end lined up to his left, and will send Chesbrough in motion. Take the snap. It's a handoff. Beauregard once again up the middle. Phoenix Beauregard finally breaks one loose with green grass open. One of the biggest plays for the Rams on the day. And 1st down picked up, and they are getting close to striking distance.
Right there, Beauregard, the offensive line provided a nice gap for him to get right through the middle. He broke right through, making the big play for the Rams.
1st and 10. Giannetti's the back now. Rollinson, play action. Ball, sideline, caught Summers right inside the 5. Aiden Summers, the big tight end, will put Rams in down to goal distance.
Aiden Summers, the key tight end for the Rams. He walked in today, 3 touchdowns on the season, and he also walked in with 267 receiving yards. So he's definitely the better tight end for the Rams here.
First down and goal for the Rams. Another trick formation. Handoff. Giannetti up the middle. Not a whole lot of room to go for Jack Giannetti. Might have gotten 1 yard as, again, things are getting a little extra. That right side of the offensive line has been going at it all day with these guys.
And like I mentioned, it's for a league title. There's going to be some chippiness, a little bit of extracurriculars after the play.
They're going to have to pull Aiden Nicholson out here. No, it's a timeout, excuse me. Thought they were going to have to pull someone out. 2:12 left to go. Rams lead by 6 and knocking on the door of putting another 6 in the end zone. We're going to take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility.
Back, everyone. Second down and goal coming up for the Rams, trying to get in the end zone. Summer is going to be the quarterback this time around. Another trick formation. Take the snap. Handoff. Bogart. No. Throw to the outside. That ball is caught and going to reach it over. Touchdown, Marshfield. Sean Chesbrough going to reel that one in. What a grab. Caught that one right on the outside. And Cole Summers going to throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah, Cole Summers, we mentioned him getting some quarterback action. We were looking forward to seeing what he's got right there. Throws the touchdown. That's Sean Chesbrough's first touchdown of the season. Big play for him. Sean Chesbrough walked in today with only 3 receiving yards on the season. So right here, he's having a big game for the Rams here on Thanksgiving.
So now Cole Summers has thrown 3 passes on the year. He's 3 for 3, and now he's a touchdown pass. So Cole, I mean, the Swiss Army knife for this team. He punts. He plays wide receiver. He's about to hold the snap for the extra point here for Drosopoulos, who will kick this one through the uprights, and good. And Marshfield will take a lead here. Continue to extend it. 13-0. And the Rams offense just continues to be electric here. A 13-0 lead, exactly what they were looking for. And they're going to get... Or Duxbury will get the ball, excuse me, too. Who started with the ball, actually? I'm already mind-blanking here.
Well, the 13-0 lead. This is big for the Rams, looking to go back-to-back years with a win on Thanksgiving. Last year, the big 51-14 domination. And right now, it's looking up for the Rams.
And that game last year, Duxbury was getting ready to play in a state championship, so they didn't have any of their starters in. This time around, both teams at full strength, though. This one's for all the marbles here. This is as good of a Thanksgiving Day game between Marshfield and Duxbury as you're going to see. Both teams full-blown going at it. 2:08 to go in the second quarter, and Drosopoulos will get ready to boot this one back deep. Drosopoulos, deep kick, going to land all the way back in the end zone. And there will be no chance to return for McNeil. Another big kick. The booming leg of Nick Drosopoulos, and the Duxbury offense going to take over. Ben, they've loved to go through the air on the Duxbury side. They've hit Reed, they've hit Falls, a bunch of receivers, but on fourth down, they haven't been able to find that spark to push the chains just yet.
Yeah, we've seen 2 fourth downs that they've gone for. They've gone 0 for 2. Duxbury looking to go through the air. They know that that's their best chance to get around the Rams defense, because when it comes to the run game, the Rams just know how to read it and make the stop. So Duxbury going through the air is a smart strategy, but the Rams putting up the brick wall, making sure nothing gets by them.
2 minutes to go here in the first half, and Duxbury are going to try and put together one of those quick 2-minute drives and get some points before we head to the half. Another official timeout here. There we go. Now we're ready to play. Ryan Smith in the gun. He's got the back to his right, McNeil. He's going to roll out to the right. Ball to the sideline will fall. Was that one picked off? No, they say it hit the ground. That one will fall incomplete. Good coverage by Ryan. Medeiros will bring up second down.
Incomplete.
2:03 left to go. Duxbury line up, shotgun once again with Ryan Smith. Back lined up to his right. Ryan Smith will take the snap, look to throw once again. Will step up in the pocket. Cosman couldn't get him. Continue to run to the sideline. Big hit on that far sideline by the Rams. Hit him short of the first down marker, so third down coming up for the Dragons.
Now third down, I like to say this a lot. It's time for the Rams to put up the brick wall and make the stop, and maybe even get a chance of getting the ball back and trying the best to get down to the end zone.
You've coined that this year. Ben Brickwall Wilson has always been ready to give the Rams the extra yardage here. And to a minute 30 left to go. Big third down here for Duxbury. Ryan Smith, shotgun. He will drop back, look to throw over the middle. That ball is caught, and first down. Yardage is picked up. The ball came out late. Did Marshfield fall on top of it? Marshfield thinks they have it.
No call yet.
Waiting for everyone on the Rams sideline pointing that it's their ball. Flag on the play as well. So Duxbury going to get a hold. Marshfield love to decline that if they can, if it is a fumble. But it looks like will be overruled. So holding going to bring them all the way back. Now it's going to be a third and much longer for the Dragons. They've gotten a couple penalties to go their way, Ben, but still they just cannot convert on these third downs.
Yeah, third down. It's been tough today for the Dragons. I mean, they try to go through the air a lot, but now when you're on a big third down situation, it's hard to get around this Rams defense.
Marshfield thought about bringing in Tim Stiles for one of those extra nickel corners. Minute 17 left to go. And a big third down, about a third down and 14 for Duxbury. Whistles will be blown here. We're going to have a quick timeout on Marshfield Community Media. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com. Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Found
back, everyone, at 3rd and 14 for Duxbury on their own 15-yard line. Marshfield looking to get another stop. Still 2 timeouts for the Rams with a minute 12 left to go. So a chance to put together a drive. Even with a bad punt here, you're in Drosopolis range, so a lot to go over for the Rams, but first you got to get this big third down stop. Ryan Smith in the shotgun, back to his right. He will take the snap, and a HB draw up the middle. McNeil going to bounce off of tackles. Good run by Ian McNeil. Not enough for first down yardage. Bongelati going to make the tackle. And Marshfield calls a timeout to stop the clock, so we're going to keep you here. Still going to be a fourth down here, and you got to think Duxbury probably going to pump this one away. I mean, if they go for it here, it would be disastrous.
I mean, yeah, going for it would be dangerous, but I mean, with almost about a minute to go, here until halftime. It's a really big decision. Do you want to try to go for it, risk it? But if you don't get it, you give the Rams good field position here.
Duxbury still has all 3 of those timeouts, so I know they would love to put a drive together and push this ball down the field. You're able to stop the clock. Still got some time left to go as well, so plenty of time to move. Ball down the field. 13-0 lead for the Rams, and they are looking for a punt here as Cole Summers is on the field. Going to get ready to return this one. Fourth and long. Ryan Smith will back up, get ready to boot this one. And he will kick this one away. Not a good punt at all. That one's going to go right out of bounds. And great catch. Who reeled that one in on the sideline?
Is that Matt Keenan?
That's Justin Amaral who made the big catch on the sideline. So the junior guard could reel in the punt that was already out of bounds. But again, not a good punt for Ryan Smith. It was that didn't even go 20 yards.
No, it was a high punt rather than a far one. I mean, it's going to give the Rams pretty good field position here, Will. Look at that.
And plenty of time for a Marshfield offense. You got 50-ish seconds left to go, and you got a timeout to be able to stop the clock. First down and 10. Rollinson with Beauregard lined up to his left. Send a man in motion. Rollinson will hand it off to D'Antonio near sideline, and Jake D'Antonio will run out of bounds, but they say to keep it going, and Keenan going to be blown for a late flag as he hit a little bit extra out of bounds. I know the Rams are not going to be happy with that one. The senior captain right there might have let his emotions get the best of him, just a little too much. But everyone's been hitting this whole game. I mean, Keenan's just the guy, McGowan's just the guy who got called for it.
Yeah, right. I mentioned it before. It's a league championship game. There's going to be some high tension. Some emotions are going to flare. You're going to see plays like that happen, but it's going to push the Rams back. Hopefully they can bounce back from it, but for now it's going to bring up first and long.
First and long for the Rams offense. 49 seconds to go and a timeout. Rollinson under center will take the snap and he will hand it off to Cole Hannigan trying to get to the outside. Hannigan going to cut it back in, stay on his feet. And a good run from Hannigan to get some of that yardage back. But clock will continue to tick down to 30 seconds. The Rams offense has to move quick. Evan Williams in the backfield now, and Rollinson right to the line of scrimmage on a second down. He will drop back. Rollinson will look to throw. Plenty of time. He has to escape to the right. And now Rollinson will take off and try and use his feet, and he will get out of bounds. So good run by Rollinson. Will stop the clock at 11 seconds left to go. Third down coming up for the Rams. You got plenty of time for an end zone shot here as well. Potentially even a throw over the middle, and you get in Drossopoulos range.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's definitely a chance for the Rams to at least get some points on the board here, Will. I mean, already leading by 13, the Rams looking to extend it here.
It's going to be fourth down and about 9. The Rams offense will stay on the field. I thought this was third down, but marker might have it wrong. Call it fourth down for now. Rollinson still in the gun. Marshall's got a timeout. He will drop back and look to throw to the outside. That ball is caught, and Marshfield can now take that timeout. First down is picked up. And with 3 seconds left, they're going to yell the field goal unit on. And Nick Drossopoulos is going to have a chance to kick this one through the uprights. So no timeout for the Rams, so could not get the field goal unit on in time. That'll do it for first half action. Marshfield leads 13-0. We're going to take a break and come back for the halftime report. Me, Ben Wilson, and Jack Hughes will see you in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com. Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by South Shore Car Service. South Shore Car Service, providing safe and reliable transportation along the South Shore. Reach out to Billy Nicholson, and you will be able to get a quote on your ride to anywhere, including Logan, all the way across Massachusetts. Will Nicholson alongside Jack Hughes, Ben Wilson. Jack, a great first half for the Rams.
Yeah, these guys are fired up. I knew from pregame, these guys were ready to go. The energy was high, vibes were great. Shout out Alex Herbert leading a prayer before a game. I mean, you got everybody right. I'm feeling really good about this game.
Yeah, it's been good so far. The Rams offense has done what they've had to do. They put up the points when they've had to. Not as high of a scoring output so far as we thought it was going to be, but it has worked the way we thought it was going to go as far as the offense is operating. It's been a lot of Phoenix Beauregard. Jack Giannetti has been in there.
Yep.
Evan Williams has even gotten a couple of snaps, so the run game continues to thrive for the Rams.
Guys, how about this tight end room?
Oh, yeah. You called it perfectly. Chesbrough gets his first touchdown of the year at tight end.
Isn't it awesome? Sorry. What else do the receivers need to do to really get the offense going?
Yeah, it's really been, this game really in total has just been a lot of through the air stuff. I mean, really, we've seen a lot of tight end action on the Rams side, and we've seen the Dragons throw all over the place through the air, and we've even seen some Luke Richardson action, even though there was a little bit of a controversial call where we thought he was in bounds, but he wasn't, apparently. The refs, you can't argue with the refs' call, but I think through the air is where this game is going so far.
Jack can argue with the calls, and he will.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. I lost my train of thought. Thank you for bringing that up. What the heck? I mean, listen, he got 2 feet down. In high school, it's only 1. And then he survived contact on the ground. Then 5 seconds later, the ball popped out, called it incomplete. I mean, Bush League.
Yeah.
Bush League.
I mean, we thought from up here that was clear as day, and I'm sure all you back at home were rewinding, your TVs or the YouTube stream, whatever you got up to see if he got 2 feet in. We're pretty sure he did, but nonetheless, the Rams have dealt with that adversity, and they have just done phenomenal work here. All throughout, the defense has played well. Ryan Medeiros, man, it feels like that kid is a big hit or a big play every single game. Jack, this defense continues to play very well.
Beast. He causes havoc when there's a halfback screen. If you're the running back, you're not catching it. You're not catching it because he is arriving before the ball. Absolutely great defense by the kid. Who else has stood out to you on this defense, Ben?
Well, you can't not mention Charlie Leach, the senior
it's
captain.
Every time.
Picking
every
up
time.
2 tackles so far in the
like
first
a broken
half.
record.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've said his name maybe every single halftime report.
Yeah.
But he's making some great plays as well as Kyle Casale and Andrew Cosman. They're both getting in there as well with a couple tackles. So this defense in total has just been carrying their side of the game, and the Rams offense has also been doing well. So both sides of the Rams team is playing great today.
So as we said, offense is going to struggle early. What do you guys think about those first 3 opening series with the fumbles?
Yeah, that was interesting with the fumbles. Phoenix, that was only his 2nd fumble of the year, but I mean, Bogart's such a good running back. You can tell the faith that they have in him. He has that fumble on the opening drive, no fear in giving him the ball right back. Even Duxbury, they fumble that opening snap
right off
shotgun.
the face mask.
I mean, it's nerves. This is a big game, right? This is, huge title on the line for both these teams who are both at full strength. So a lot going here. You can see the nerves definitely played a factor. But into the second half, as we look forward, I look to see a whole lot more of this running back room between, Evan Williams will probably get in there in the pass game,
definitely.
Giannetti and Beauregard.
I see a lot more scoring, not just by Marshfield, maybe 1 or 2 by Duxbury.
But that's it.
That's it. You're not getting much.
No more, no less.
Ben, what do you think? How do you think the rest of this game's going to go?
Yeah, I definitely see the Dragons getting on the board at least once or twice, but I do think the Rams are going to take it. I think we're going to still see a little bit more tight end action, as you mentioned in the pregame show. But like Will said, I think we're going to see a lot of running with Giannetti and Beauregard and Williams. But we might also see a little bit of quarterback back and forth between Rawlinson and Summers as the game's been going so far.
Cole Summers with a touchdown pass. How about that?
He's got a 3 for 3 today.
3 for 3 with a touchdown.
It was on my parlay. I knew it.
Cole Summers,
look
anytime
out.
pass and touchdown. What's up,
Special
little man?
guest.
We got another huge Marshfield fan here. Everyone is here, thrilled at Thanksgiving. And I believe that's going to do it for the halftime report. Fellas, this is our last one of the year. So
man.
Any more final words as we go out?
One more question for you guys. Since it's the holiday, might as well end on a fun note. Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Ooh, I mean, I'm a classic. My mom and my grandma absolutely kill mashed potatoes. Like, they are like S tier, best, and the turkey's always great as well. So I'm a turkey mashed potato kind of guy.
What do you think?
Well, Will kind of stole my pick. But you know what the key is, Will? You got to take a dinner roll, and then you got to get turkey, mashed potatoes, you put it together, and you eat it like that. That's how you do it.
So my mom makes the best roasted potatoes, and you have it with the stuffing and turkey. It's just amazing. Shout out Beth Hughes. I believe that's going to do it for us.
That will do it, gentlemen. I want to thank you both again for a phenomenal season. I've had a blast, and this has been a very fun thing that we did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Able to keep this thing rolling. So big shout out to Jack Hughes, Ben Wilson, and thank you guys for joining us on the Halftime Report, brought to you by South Shore Car Service. Me and Ben are going to be back with the call in the second half, and we will see you guys there. Go Rams. Hey guys, I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Ben.
And we are the voices of the Marshfield Rams football team for the pregame and halftime show that you hear every week.
Welcome back to the Marshfield Rams
MCM
pregame show.
To the
halftime show. I am Jack Hughes. This is Will and Ben. And
with the season coming to an end, we just want to take a quick time out and say thank you to everyone who joined us every single week to broadcast the Marshfield Rams football games. That ball hits off to the 5-10 touchdown. Marshfield wants to go and block it. They did. No one's going to catch Cole Hannigan as he throws on the afterburners.
the opportunity to broadcast our hometown athletes is such a privilege. We are also honored to bring you guys into the action.
Unfortunately, we're actually at risk of losing this local sports coverage that brings our community together. Frankly, we're in desperate need of support.
You see, we're a nonprofit, and while you may see us on a variety of platforms, the main funding that Marshfield Community Media gets is from the cable payments of Marshfield residents.
As more and more people continue to cut cable in the town, this results in dwindling funds for MCM, which means less broadcasting and, even worse, less football.
If you enjoy seeing our local athletes on screen, if you've been enjoying our halftime reports, or if you value hometown sports and community storytelling, please consider making a donation today. Your donations can help keep the lights on, the mics working, and the cameras rolling.
Your donations will go directly towards the essentials: equipment upgrades, production costs, and to pay the staff that's behind us every single week during the games.
Every contribution, big or small, helps keep the game going and the cameras rolling. So please, consider donating down below.
Welcome back, everyone, at Duxbury High School. Marshfield and Duxbury, an instant classic right now, a 13-0 game where the Rams lead. They're ready to kick this one back off to the Dragons. This is Nick Drasopoulos, the booming kicker for the Rams. Will take a bounce, and McNeil will look to field this one on the near sideline. Going to cut it upfield, and a big hit there by the Rams. Knock him down right behind that 30-yard line. And the Duxbury offense will take over. Will Nicholson alongside Ben Wilson. Ben, it has been all through the air for Duxbury so far with their senior quarterback.
Yeah, as I mentioned before during the first half, it's really been through the air for the Dragons because when it comes to the run game, the Rams defense just knows how to read and bust through everybody there. The Rams don't let anybody get by them when it comes to the run game. So through the air is a great strategy for the Dragons. But so far the Rams defense has been on all sorts of aspects of the ball. They've been taking out the Dragons left and right. The Dragons have nowhere to go around this Rams defense.
Leaving a donut on the scoreboard for the Dragons in the first half as Ryan Smith will break the huddle on a 1st and 10. McNeil to his right. He'll throw the screen to the outside just off the mark. for his intended receiver, not a fumble. Marshfield wanted one, not going to get it. Going to bring up second down. And Ryan hasn't been too efficient through the air. He's missed a lot of throws, a lot of incompletions, but still, with the arm that he has, you can definitely tell that's where the Dragons want to work their offense.
Yeah, it's really been the pressure of the Marshfield defensive line. You got Charlie Leach, Kyle Casale, Andrew Cousin. They're all getting in there, throwing him off, causing him to throw incomplete passes. Rams defense always keeping the Dragons on their toes.
The defense has been on fire so far. Casale, Leach, Medeiros, Cosman, a whole bunch of guys, just to name a few, have really made an impact so far. Ryan Smith, first down and 10. McNeil to his left. He will take the snap, look to throw. Pressure coming. He has to escape. He's going to throw that ball into the dirt. Tight end was in the area. Jake Falls was right there. But Keegan Holt there as well to knock that one away if it got close. Just thrown into the dirt. Incomplete. Third down coming up.
Just like that, first drive of the second half. Bringing up third down here. Time for the Rams to put up the brick wall, make a stop here.
Cosman going to come out. Will Scott going to come in. Bergameska as well. And I think Luke Richardson is playing safety in the middle of the field there. So Rams looking for a pass here on a third down and 10. And Duxbury, once again, just going to take their sweet time, break in the huddle. Looking for that right play call here. One receiver, bottom of your screen. Two at the top. Ryan Smith going to line up in the gun. He's got McNeil the back to his left. Big third down for the Dragons. Ryan Smith, play action, looking to throw, going to launch a deep ball. That one is, who has it? It was caught by someone. Looks like Bergameska got underneath it. He did. What a play by Ryan Bergameska. Going to get another interception on the year. Huge play by Bergameska and a turnover. Ryan Smith with his first pick of the day, the third on the season for Bergameska. Marshfield going to turn it over.
And with that third pick of the season, Bergameska leads the team in interceptions, that being his third, as you mentioned, Will.
Great play by Bergameska. The senior on his last game at Marshfield, making a huge play. Getting that one right out of the air. 11:35 to go, and Marshfield with the ball now in decent field position. Rollinson, handoff. Beauregard up the middle. Not a whole lot of room to go. Amaral and Summers are going to carry someone all the way down the field. Wow, there's a lot of extracurricular going on with Eddie Murphy, Justin Amaral there. I mean, we talked about this a little bit between us in the half. It's surprising that only one flag has been thrown. Second down coming up for the Rams. Rollinson will go under center. Beauregard remains the back. It's going to be a handoff. Beauregard, he's got room down the left sideline. Beauregard breaks one tackle and another and will cross the first down marker. Another big run by Beauregard. He's going to move the chains for the Rams.
Yeah, Beauregard. It's hard not to mention his name whenever the run game comes up. It's been Beauregard heavy this year. We've seen a little bit of Gene Williams, but it's mainly been Beauregard for the Rams.
Right back to the line, right back to Beauregard. This time he will be stopped after a short gain. It'll bring up second down. Once again, the Rams, they love the run game here as they're going to bring in some new personnel. Hannigan going to come out, and the two tight ends set with Chesbrough going to go in. Second down and 8. Rollinson under center, going to send Summers in motion. Hand off Beauregard once again, and he will keep his feet turning for a couple of extra yards. We'll bring up third down for the Rams. Penalty, I believe, came in. There was some extracurricular going on between Selesky and Chesbrough. A lot of extra happening here, Ben.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion here today, Will. Of course, it being the Thanksgiving game, but it's also for a league title. That's the big picture of today's game. The league title is online. Both teams want it bad, but there's a lot of extracurriculars after each play here.
And kudos to the official for really holding the flag, letting these guys play. It's an emotional game. So I got to see a clip at halftime. Nicholson got his helmet ripped off a couple of times, so it's just one of those games. 3rd and 4, Rollinson in the gun. He's got back lined up behind him. Summers going to go in motion. Hard count will not get anyone on the Dragons to jump, and a reset for the Rams. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bogard will now move to the right of Rollinson, who will take the snap and look to throw. Sideline ball. Richardson will make the catch, but did not get inbounds, I don't think. Did he get a foot in, actually? The footwork by Luke Richardson, they're still talking about it. And now they call it incomplete. Man, Richardson has been really close to those sideline balls today.
Yeah, we saw that controversial call in the first half where we thought Richardson was in. I mean, right there, I don't think he got any of his feet in there, but it was a great play nonetheless.
Would have liked a makeup call from earlier in the game where he definitely had feet in.
Good try, Bob.
9:45 to go, and Marshfield will bring on their punt unit. Yeah, credit to Richardson. Every single time he's caught the ball. Just hasn't been able to get the feet in on that last one. Charlie Leach, last one to run onto the field. And Cole Summers on a 4th and 4 gets sent to punt this one away. Snap will go to Summers. He will field that one, and a big kick will be returned by McNeil, who's going to work that far sideline. Good job by Foley, the big guy, getting out in space. Not sure he was going to be able to get to McNeil, but he throws on the wheels, and we'll get there. Duxbury will take over 1st down and 10. And the all-important Marshfield defense has to do it again. We got a quarterback change here. So it now will be Alec Wood. Ryan Smith no longer at QB. So a quarterback change coming in for the Dragons here in the 3rd quarter. It's Wood now in at quarterback. He's got McNeil in the backfield. He'll take the snap, hand off to McNeil up the middle. Good run by McNeil. Still will be 2nd down. Interesting here, Ben, a quarterback change this late into the Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You're down by 13. Maybe try to experiment with a new quarterback, see what he's got. Interesting call, but nonetheless, the Dragons going to throw on the new quarterback here.
I mean, that is an interesting... I mean, he's got to be hurt because Brady Rhinesmith, a senior captain, in favor for Alec Wood, who is a junior linebacker / O-line, I believe is what he's listed as. There we go. 2nd down coming out. They're going to take the snap. It's fumbled, and Wood is going to have to roll out to the outside. He's going to try and run this one away, and we'll just huck it away into the Marshfield sideline. Good pressure by Holton Leach. Thrown away by Wood. It will bring up 3rd down.
Well, 3rd down like always. Rams going to put up the brick wall here, make the stop. It's a little bit surprising to see Alec Wood here in quarterback. I'm surprised that Ryan Smith isn't in here, but the Dragons obviously trying him out, seeing what he's got. I mean, he's going to bring up 3rd down here.
I mean, my only explanation could be either they got so mad at the pick by Ryan Smith that they're putting in a new quarterback, or he got hurt off the hit. Now they're bringing in a new guy, but Ryan Smith has been pretty good for them. I mean, he's a senior captain. This is his last game. I couldn't imagine he'd be taken out of the game for anything other than an injury.
I mean, and Alec Wood, he's listed as an offensive lineman and linebacker on the roster, so.
It's interesting. Here we go, Wood on a 3rd down. He's got McNeil to his left. He'll take the snap, look to throw over the middle. That ball is hauled in. Big catch over the middle by Duxbury, up to the 45, down to the 47, and a 1st down to be picked up.
Beautiful. Pass, catch, and run for the Dragons on 1st down.
8:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Wood immediately gets into the game. Gonna throw a deep ball.
That was a big play there for Wood. We were thinking he was going to slow down a little bit here for the Dragons, but right there making the big pass right across the middle to his receiver. Pushes the Dragons almost to the 50-yard line.
Be 1st and 10. Wood will remain in the game at quarterback. McNeil will line up to his left. Heavy set for the Dragons with an extra tight end. Take the snap, handoff, and what is this? McNeil takes the handoff and throw the screen to the outside. We got the coaches with us now, and hearing that, maybe that's a strange. A handoff to the running back or just throws it to the outside.
Not something you see every day there, Will. Interesting play here, and now I think the refs need to talk about this a little bit here.
I mean, that was... I have not seen that ever in high school football where you hand it up. I mean, sure, I guess it'll fly. I don't even know what you would call that. It'll be a second down. About 4 coming up for the Dragons. 7:20 to go in third quarter action. Wood lined up in the shotgun. Take the snap, hand off McNeil, working the left side. Hit immediately by the defensive line of the Rams. Gain of maybe 1, but it will bring up third down. Big third down coming up here, Ben, and they're going to switch a whole bunch of personnel for the Rams.
Yeah, you're going to see a couple. You see Cosman come out here. Fullen's coming out as well.
Casale jumped out as well, so they're going to leave Leach in the linebacking core and just bring in, I believe that's Holt, Bergameska, and a whole bunch of other D-backs into the game.
Third down, 3 to go.
3rd and 3 for the Dragons. Wood in the gun. McNeil lined up to his right. Take the snap. It was almost fumbled. Wood will throw to the outside. Fall's going to make the catch and run for a first down. Flag going to come in late. Believe we got a hold. It looks like someone on that Marshfield secondary got held up, so this one most likely coming back. Riley comes up to make the tackle. 6:28 to go. And they are going to back this one up, so a hold against Duxbury. Once again, they just cannot convert on third downs. It's been penalties, it's been incomplete passes. It's been tough.
Duxbury in the high-pressure situations is unable to make the play happen right there, third down. Thought they had the play, but gets brought back because of that flag.
6:28 left in the third quarter, and they're going to back this one up to 3rd and 5 on the hold. A big third down coming up, and Wood has to be careful with a couple of these snaps. There's been a few that have gotten away from him. You can tell that's been Ryan Smith all year, not a guy used to taking snaps in the gun. He's got McNeil lined up. He will field the snap. Look to throw. Deep ball over the middle. That one tip. Picked off. We're heading the other way. Huge interception by the Reds. Taken all the way to the 45. What a play by Marshfield. Another interception. They picked off Wood earlier. This time, they picked up Ryan Smith earlier. This time it's going to be Wood. And I believe it's Jamison Bongelati on the interception. What a play by Jamison in his last game. Going to take that ball right out of the air off of a tipped pass. Another turnover for the Rams.
Jamison Bongelati right there picking up his 3rd interception of the year, tied up with Ryan Bergameska, who also has an interception today. Big game for the seniors here today.
The 3 INT club with Bergameska and now Bongelati. Marshfield with another chance to work their way down the field. 6:17 to go in the third. Rollinson back in the game at quarterback. Rollinson will send a man in motion. Take the snap. It got fumbled. They're just going to have to fall on top of that one. Correction, that was actually Cole Summers in who had to just fall on top of that. So the trick play will work negatively for the Rams. Summers unable to hold on to the snap.
And after that play there, Summers going to come out. Rollinson going to enter the game here.
2nd down and long for the Rams. Rollinson back in the game. Beauregard in as the back. 2 tight end set. Rollinson will drop back. Look to throw. Deep ball over the middle. Reeled in. Big catch. I believe that's in Summers who hauled that one in. Big play. Rollinson to Summers, and they will move the chains.
Yeah, just like Jack Hughes mentioned on the pregame and halftime show, it's a big game for a couple tight ends. We've seen Sean Chesbro get in the end zone, and we've seen Aiden Summers make a couple big plays for the Rams.
1st down and 10 for the Rams. Rollinson back in the gun. He will take the snap, hand off Beauregard up the middle, and hit right at the offense, or the line of scrimmage. The D-line give a little bit more pushback. No gain for Beauregard. Will bring up 2nd down. 5 minutes to go in the third. Marshfield right back to the line of scrimmage. Actually gave Bogart a yard, so second down and 9. Rollinson will throw outside. Pass is caught. Richardson going to make a man miss, make another miss. Fancy footwork by Luke Richardson, and he'll have enough for a first down.
And there's Richardson finally making the big plays. Had a couple of catches, but they were ruled out of bounds. Right there makes the catch for the first down for the Rams.
It looks like he's playing Madden out there. All the juke moves on the sideline. 1st and 10. Rollinson will hand it off. Beauregard trying to find a gap, and he will, and he'll push forward. Good run by Phoenix Beauregard. Bring up second down. New skill positions coming in for the Rams. Cole Summers will come back in. Jake D'Antonio. Rollinson under center. He will misdirect the other way and hand it off. Hole opens up for Hannigan. Down the sideline. Diving to the goal line. Did he keep his feet in? A flag going to come in late, so I think it's going to go against the Rams. It will not matter. Good run by Cole Hannigan, but unable to find the end zone. Get some points on the board. Hold's going to bring that one back.
That's a shame. Hannigan had a great route there. He was right down the sideline, close to the end zone. I think he went out of bounds, maybe at the 3-yard line. But it's unfortunately going to get pushed back here for the Rams.
This will back the Rams up way deep with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 13-0 ball game. The Rams lead. Trying to tack on more points here. Rollinson under center. He'll take the snap, and Hannigan fumbled it, then picked it right back up. Will run down the sideline. Same play with Cole Hannigan. Left side sweep. Fumbled it this time. Got right back on it. Fall's going to make the tackle. Third down coming up for the Rams. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Rollinson will go back under center. Hard count will not get anyone to jump. Bogard is the back. Hannigan top of your screen. D'Antonio and Richardson at the bottom. Rollinson will look to throw. Richardson going to reel that one in close to the first down marker. Another big catch by Luke Richardson. He leads the team in receiving yards. And he will have first down yardage. Another big catch by Richardson.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Luke Richardson leads the team in receiving yards. He walked in today with 400. Obviously, he's got a little bit more. He also walked in with 3 touchdowns on the season. Great receiver this year for the Rams.
First down and goal. Rollinson under center. He will pitch. Beauregard left sideline. Not a whole lot of room for him to run. Be tackled in the backfield. He'll bring up second down. And the chatter continues on the field between both these teams. It'll be second down and goal. Rollinson will be in the gun this time. Beauregard to his left. Send a man in motion. Rollinson, no, it's Summers, excuse me, keeping it himself. Another gimmick quarterback play. Bring up third down. And now Rollinson will be back in the game on a third down. Third and goal for the Rams. Big play here. They look to tack on some more points. Beauregard is your back. Rollinson going to line up under center. Richardson was spread out wide. Now he's called back in. Top of your screen. Rollinson will send Hannigan in motion. Take the snap. He'll roll out to the right. Throw. He has Hannigan trying to get to the outside. Could not quite get there. Good play on the outside by the Dragons secondary. He'll bring up fourth down and goal. And the field goal unit will trot onto the field. And a chance for Nick Drosopoulos to get involved.
Drosopoulos, he's just the most reliable kicker for this team. I mean, he's always kicking it right through the uprights. I have no doubt he'll get it through here.
Summers will be the holder. So it'd make it a 16-0 ball game. And a chip shot for Drosopoulos. Summers with a good hold. Drosopoulos, plenty of leg, no doubt about it, through the uprights and good. 16-0 with 1:22 to go. Nick Drosopoulos is going to extend the lead for the Rams. And Drosopoulos continues to be always reliable, the senior kicker, able to get one more field goal in his Marshfield career.
I mean, right now, if you're Duxbury, you got to consider trying your best to just get down the field. Even if you're on a 4th down, you got to try to go for it here. You don't want to get shut out. Marshfield dominating 16-0 here.
These games traditionally have been pretty high scoring. We're going to take a look back in the past couple of years. 2024, Marshfield decimated Duxbury 51-14. But every other one of these games, 2023, it was a 23-21 Duxbury won. 2022, 26-7. And back in 2021, 38-28. You go all the way back to 2019, a 41-0 ball game. So traditionally, this has been a very high-scoring affair. Only 16 points in this one so far. 1:23 to go. Drosopoulos, who made the field goal, will boom this one all the way down. McNeil with a chance to return. He's going to get to the outside. Big run back for McNeil, who will get close to that 35-yard line until he is wrapped up. And the Duxbury offense will take the field. 1:12 left to go. And Ben, I think you're right there as Holt makes the tackle. You're 100% right. Duxbury, you need to start putting some points on the board, even if it means going for it on 4th and long at this point.
Yeah, it's all about, I mean, at this point, I think if you're Duxbury, you don't want to get shut out, especially on Thanksgiving here. But it's time to really go for things here. You got to go for it on 4th down. You got to get the ball down the field here if you're Duxbury.
Exactly what they will do. I believe this is Wood still in at quarterback. On a 1st down and 10, he will take the snap and roll out to his right. Look to throw. Deep ball being hucked up, and it is knocked away. Great defense down the field by the Rams. Bergameska in there to knock it away. It'll be 2nd down coming up for the Dragons.
Bergameska's having a big game today here. Will he's got the interception earlier, as well as Jamison Bongelati. So now the Marshfield defense, when it comes to the pass game, they're starting to read the Dragons pretty well here.
2nd down coming up. The secondary for the Rams has really stepped up. Liam Riley's had a couple of good plays. Ryan Medeiros, Bergameska obviously has the interception, along with Bongelati. They have played very well down the second half stretch of this game. 2nd down and 10. Wood will take the snap. He will roll out to the right once again. Plenty of room to run, but now he's going to have to throw this one to the sideline. It will be caught, but knocked out of bounds, incomplete. Good coverage again. Leon Jean Lewis on the coverage. He'll bring a 3rd down.
Now 3rd down. This is a big opportunity for the Rams to put up the wall, push the Dragons back. But even if it brings up 4th down, I think the Dragons might just have to go for it and get the points on the board.
I think Ryan Smith is back into the game, so correction on that. He might have had an injury or something like that. It's been a bit of a quarterback shuffle for both of these teams here today. Big 3rd down going to come up here. An extra D-backs into the game, Ben. Marshfield expecting pass here. Richardson going to play that robber in the middle of the field. 55 seconds to go in the 3rd. Ryan Smith back in at quarterback. He's got the back lined up now to his left. Ryan Smith will take the snap, look to throw. Plenty of time. He's going to throw a deep ball once again. Picked off, headed the other way. Luke Richardson playing the middle of the field. Big receptions as a receiver today. Now we'll get an interception. The 3rd of the day for the Rams. And Luke Richardson going to get on the board with an INT.
And right there at that, Luke Richardson picked up his 1st interception of the year. Luke Richardson, we've seen him play safety before. I believe it started back in Hingham when he got the safety position.
Yep.
And right there picking up his 1st interception. He's been locking down receivers, and right there picking up the interception, Richardson proves himself to be a worthy safety on the defensive team.
Ryan Smith, who's been able to kind of chuck the ball around the field. I mean, that was a duck right up in the air. That's as easy as a catch as Richardson has had all year. Middle of the field wide open. With a guy with hands like that, that's pretty much a layup. 48 seconds to go in the 3rd. Rollinson, handoff, Beauregard up the middle. Beauregard finds a gap and will bounce off of tacklers. Gain of maybe 7. It'll be second down.
With Beauregard staying in bounds there, the clock's just going to continue to run. I think the Rams are going to try to push this one into fourth quarter here.
Eddie Murphy for the Dragons credited with the tackle. Probably one play left here for the Rams. On a second down, about 5. It's like someone jumped on the O-line of the Rams. So a false start will back up with 11 seconds left to go.
I mean, right now, Will, I think the Rams' goal is really just to run down the clock, try to burn as much time as they can. Because you got the 3-score lead, excuse me.
Not 2-score, you got it.
Oh, you 2-score, excuse me.
I mean, it would be a tough 2 scores, but it is 2 scores. Touchdown, extra, or 2-point conversion 2 times. And they are just going to let the clock burn out there. 16-0, Marshfield leads into the final quarter of action. We're going to take a break on MCM. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to the final quarter of action here in the 2025 season. Marshfield has a 16-point lead on the Dragons. They got to burn some clock here. It'll be a second down and 10 off of the false start. And now we are good to play. Rollinson in the gun. Send a man in the backfield in motion. Take the snap, Rollinson looking to throw. He will throw it the other way. Evan Williams trying to make his way upfield and will. Big catch by number 2 for the Rams. And a first down picked up. Then the dynamic running back room continues to get value. Evan Williams through the air.
Yeah, it's Evan Williams, Phoenix Bogart, and Jack Giannetti. Those 3 running backs. Whenever they're in the backfield, you know something dangerous is going to happen.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Marshfield offense. Aiden Summers lined up at the bottom of your screen. He's got big-time catches on the day. Rollinson sends a man in motion. It is Beauregard in the backfield. Will be a handoff to Beauregard, who will just run for a couple behind that O-line. Bodies continue to hit the deck every single time there's a play. Someone's ended up on the ground. It's just good old-fashioned Duxbury Marshfield football.
Second down, 7 to go from the 47.
Second down will come up here. Again, this has been a highly contested matchup. Marshfield leads 19-18 with 2 ties all time. Trying to extend that to 20. Rollinson will take the snap, hand off to Beauregard once again, who will try and fight forward, but not a whole lot of room for Phoenix to go. Maybe got a yard. Barbaria going to make the tackle. It'll bring up third down. Been a tradition that goes all the way back to 1985, Marshfield Duxbury Thanksgiving, and Marshfield for a chance to get their 20th win on the 40-year anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be something, getting the 20th win on the 40th anniversary for the Rams. Last year,
it's poetic.
Last year they dominated 51-14. Right now, it's looking up for the Rams, leading 16-0. But you never know, Will.
Big third down here. Rollinson will look to throw. That ball just out of reach for his intended receiver. Trying to air that one out to Aiden Summers. Falls incomplete. 4th down, and they are going to send out the punting unit. So Marshfield going to punt this one away. McNeil will be the man back deep to receive for the Dragons. And Cole Summers is going to get ready to punt this one away. Snap to Summers, going to get his leg underneath this one. Not a great punt for Cole Summers. It will rest right around the 37-yard line. With 10:01 left to go, Duxbury looking to put together another drive, but the defense has been so good for the Rams, Ben.
Yeah, the defense has just been pushing back the Dragons left and right. The Dragons have had a really tough time getting around this Rams defense. But the Dragons have been looking to go through the air a lot, trying to get through the Rams defense. But we've seen 3 interceptions for the Rams. So it's been tough through the air for the Dragons.
Ryan Smith with 2 of those interceptions, and then Alec Wood, who came in, has 1. 1st down and 10, Ryan Smith back in the game. McNeil lined up to his left, take the snap. Ryan Smith will look to throw. Has time, but starting to run out. He will just chuck this one away and over the head of his intended receiver, Jack Carney. Ball incomplete, 2nd down. Good pressure and good coverage for the Rams. Ryan Smith with plenty of time to throw, but nowhere to take the ball. .9:55 left to go. I mean, Ben, this defense all year for the Rams has just been absolutely incredible. They continue to be the bright spot of this team. The offense, who has struggled at times, has really been picked up by this defensive unit in the way they're able to shut teams down.
Yeah, whenever the offense makes a small mistake, the defense always picks up for it in the next drive. I've said it before, this defense carries this Marshfield team. This defense is nothing but a bunch of brick walls.
2nd down and 10, Ryan Smith will take the snap, handoff up the middle, McNeil, and a lot of room for McNeil to go. He'll get a 1st down. Good tackle over the middle. Connor Scott going to wrap him up, but a 1st down picked up. Clock continues to run, and Duxbury has to get 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. They got to put their foot on the gas here. It'll be a 1st down and 10. Ryan Smith will break the huddle with McNeil in the backfield, Hammond in the slot. Yet to see him reeling a ball today. Ryan Smith, 1st and 10. Pressure coming for Leach, who got him at the leg. That might be intentional grounding. There was no one in the area there.
Heavy pressure by Leach in the backfield.
Good pressure by Charlie Leach, who a little shaken up there. Ben, what did you see? I thought that might have been grounding.
It looked like grounding when Leach started to apply the pressure and then tried to trip up the quarterback. It looked like he threw it down for intentional grounding, but there was no flag on the play. So, I mean, to me, it looked like intentional grounding, but the refs clearly didn't see that.
I got a confirmation from a couple of Marshfield fans around
and
here.
I see Coach Haruki. He's definitely not happy about the no call there.
Fired up. 2nd down and 10, Ryan Smith. Drop back, look to throw. Pressure's coming, throw over the middle. That ball will be caught. Big reception and a whole bunch of yards. Riley finally going to bring him down. Nate Reed on the reception. And finally a big play for the Dragons, who have been looking for it. 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, they've been looking for that big play through the air right there. That was the perfect play. Quarterback checked it right to the receiver. Had wide open space to run a few yards, so that's good. That's a good play there for the Dragons.
Good ball by Ryan Smith, just right out of the reach of Bergameska. Good catch by Reed as well. Be a 1st down and 10 from the 16. Ryan Smith will drop back. He'll look to throw again. Run to his right, and Fall's going to make the catch and just run right into the end zone. Big catch by Jake Falls, and he will find Duxbury's first points on the day. The senior captain, the tight end, will get that one in. But now the all-important 2-point conversion coming up. This is everything right here, Ben. I mean, you got to get these 2 points right now. 16-6 game. And Duxbury, they make it a one-score game, and they can find the end zone here.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a chance to come back here, you got to get this 2-point conversion here, Will.
Ryan Smith takes the snap. He's going to pitch it. They're going to throw it out. Ryan Smith can't make the catch. It was a little Philly special. Ryan Smith could not reel that one in. That was the play that Duxbury needed. That would have made it a one-score game. The senior captain who just threw a touchdown pass, unable to catch the 2-point conversion. And with 8:47 left to go, Ben, it remains a 2-score game.
Yeah, now the Rams have a big lead here. It's just about running the clock, maybe get down the end zone for one more score. But really it's about burning as much time as you can. Just keep the lead.
8:47 left to go, and the touchdown's good. You're chipping into this lead. But I'm looking at my sheet right here. It looks like you have to go all the way back to 2017 to find a game that scored this low. It was 18-15. Marshfield took the win. If you wonder how long ago that was, I was a junior, I think. So that was forever ago. They're going to squib this one, back off, going to take a bounce, and just fell right on. Trying to get a number on who that was. I think it was Bergameska who just fell on top of it. And Marshfield now, you can just wind down the clock, try and get as many first downs as possible because you're playing, the clock is on your side now. If that thing continues to tick, you can walk out of here with a Turkey Day win.
Yeah, you just got to run down the clock. You have a 2-score lead. You have an easy chance to take the home, to take this win home and go and eat your turducken, and that's it for the Rams.
There's turducken, a little John Madden throwback, huh? It'll be first down and 10 for the Rams. Rollinson back in at quarterback. Send a man in motion. Beauregard is the back. It's a play action. Rollinson will roll out. Throw to a wide open receiver. It's Chesbro down the sideline. A huge run by Sean Chesbro. Touchdown on the day. He continues to have a massive game. Whistle's going to be blown here. Big play by Chesbro nonetheless. He continues to have a phenomenal game, Ben.
Yeah, we saw a play similar to that in the first quarter where Chesbro got a couple yards. He also has a touchdown on the game. That was his first touchdown of the year. So Chesbro providing some great yardage for the Rams here. We've also seen a little bit of Aiden Summers action as well. It's been a lot of tight end action here for the Rams.
Jack Hughes called it, huh? He called the big tight end day. And he has been right so far. First and 10, fresh set of downs for the Rams. Rollinson will send a man in motion, hand it off Beauregard, working the right side. Beauregard's got a gap, a big run by Phoenix. First down picked up. He will be knocked out of bounds, but still another great run by the senior running back. It's actually going to be marked just short. It will be a second down. 8:21 left to go. Ben, the Rams are so content to just run the clock. And they actually are going to give them the first down, so they adjust last second. First down to a second, back to a first. Rollinson will take the snap, hand off to Beauregard, who's got a gap open up down the left side of that offensive line. It's a good run by Beauregard, but a flag going to come in late. This one going to be coming back. Not only does that back the Rams up, Ben, but it will stop the clock as well. Double negative for Marshfield.
Yeah, the Rams' main goal here is to just run the clock and see how much time they can burn and leave the Dragons with not a lot of time to score. But right there, unfortunately, with the flag, it's going to stop the clock and push the Rams back. As you said, a double negative for the Rams here. Not something you want when you have this kind of lead.
Back, the Rams decently far back, 8:16 on the clock, and they're just looking to burn time. Marshall with plenty of chance to burn the clock. And again, shout out to the coaches. We have them here behind us now. I can ease her up a little bit. I heard the call that a field goal will do nothing for you right here. So We'll go for it, try and burn some clock. Rollinson, first down and 20. Take the snap and we'll just direct up the middle. That was interesting there. Interesting play there, man. Just snaps right up the middle. It'll be a second down. I guess the clock continues to run. It was Giannetti the back. Second down and long for the Rams. Rollinson will go back under center. Take the snap. It is pitched to Giannetti trying to get to the outside. Short gain. Will bring up third down.
Third down, 16 to go.
A lot of decisions to be made here, Ben. A third down, you're airing this one out or just running the clock with a run play?
I mean, clearly running the clock is the Rams' main strategy, so we'll see what they have here.
Hard count by Rollinson. Almost got someone on Duxbury to jump. He did not. 6:43 left to go. Marshfield will just let this continue to run all the way down.
6 minutes, 34 seconds remaining.
They will take a quick timeout. 6:31 to go. Rams lead 16 to 6. Excuse me, 6 to 6. It's your score. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here on Marshfield Community Media. Welcome back, everyone, to Duxbury High. 6:31 left to go. Rams lead by 10. Big third down coming up for the Rams. Rollinson in the gun. Going to send Aiden Summers in motion. Take the snap, handoff. Phoenix Bogart up the middle. Who's going to make a spin move? Close. Not actually close to a first down. Close to that line of scrimmage. Got thrown off there for a sec. But now, do you go for it here on this fourth down?
I mean, going for it on fourth down, you do have a chance to run the clock, but you also have a chance of, going for it on fourth down, if the Dragons make a stop, it wouldn't be the greatest field position for them.
They're going to trot Drosopoulos on and kick it. This is a long field goal for Drosopoulos. And Marshfield got on so quick that a timeout going to have to be taken by the Dragons. So we'll keep you here for just a second. Ben, we got the stats of this game going all the way back to 2013. If you want to hear the history between Marshfield and Duxbury, here you go. We'll give you a bit of an overview for today. So Marshfield 6-3. They lost to Catholic Memorial in the playoffs, 28-21. Duxbury 7-4. They lost last week in the Final Four to Situate, 34-21. Back this thing all the way up to 2013. It was a 38-34 win for Marshfield, who went on a streak of 5 in a row, winning in 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Duxbury able to strike back in 2018 with a 42-22 win. 2019 Rams went back in front with a 41-0 win against a Duxbury team who did not play their starters. Then the pandemic happened. It went on a 3 streak of Duxbury winning from 21 all the way to 23. And then last year, Marshfield dominated 51-14 with no Duxbury starters again. And Ben, this was the big thing coming into today. Both teams playing their starters. That's been a thing specifically for Duxbury. If they have a game the next week, they haven't played their starters. But this time around, everyone on the field. And staying on the field is Drosopoulos, who will attempt field goal. This is a far one out. Summers with the hold. Drosopoulos going to get blocked at the line of scrimmage and heading the other way. This is a live ball. Will be wrapped up. So Drosopoulos' field goal will get blocked. But again, decent amount of time burned for the Rams. 5:50 left to go in the game. Still a 10-point gap.
Yeah, burned about 2 or 3 minutes there on that drive, winding down the clock to 5:50 here, as you said, Will. I mean, right there, that was a bit of a shocker. Drosopoulos has been lethal in the kicking game right there. I think that might be his first blocked kick of the season.
I believe it is. I mean, looks like you got a pretty good leg underneath it. Just good play by front of Duxbury to get their hands up, get their hand on the ball. 1st and 10. Duxbury will take over. Ryan Smith will roll out to the right on a pass play. Nowhere to go. We'll just air this one out, knocked away on the sideline. That was Liam Riley able to punch that one away, bring up 2nd down. 5:44 to go, and Duxbury continues to go through the air. Time is of the essence now for them, Ben.
Yeah, you got to get to the end zone here. I mean, the 2-point conversion not working out makes it a 3-score gain for the Dragons.
2nd down here. Ryan Smith will look to throw. He'll step up in the pocket. They got him. Another sack. Alex Herbert going to get home. And Big 97 will wrap up Ryan Smith for a sack. Bring up 3rd down, and the clock continues to run.
Alex Herbert right there picking up his 4th sack of the year. He's behind Dylan Burrow, who has 7. So Alex Herbert getting a sack in his last game as a senior here.
Big 3rd down coming up, a 3rd and long. Ryan Smith in the gun. He's got McNeil lined up to his left. He will take the snap and look to throw. Ryan Smith running out of time. Herbert almost got there, and Ryan Smith is going to run this one down the sideline. Big run by Brady Ryan Smith. He will get out of bounds. 4th down coming up. He didn't quite get the first, so 4th down and 2. And Duxbury has to go here, Ben.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. 4th and 2, you're down by 2 scores. You have to get the ball down the field if you're Duxbury.
Charlie Leach, the last man to push Ryan Smith out of bounds. 4:59 to go. Duxbury with timeouts still, but again, the Rams have a lot of potential to run the clock. 4th down and 2. Ryan Smith will take the snap, look to throw. That ball knocked away. Great coverage by the Rams. Keegan Holt right there to break it up with Selesky. And Marshfield will take over. Another huge defensive play made by the Rams.
And right there, just
flag is in.
Oh.
That was an extremely late flag.
I was going to say Drosopoulos' kick got blocked, and then the Dragons couldn't even move from the same spot they blocked it in. But the late flag might say otherwise. Not sure what the call is here.
What is the call here?
Ref signals that it's going the other way.
So something happened, I believe, after the play.
I believe it'll be 1st down for Marshfield, but they will be backed up.
So it is a dead ball foul against the Rams. We're going to back it up. Will still be Marshfield ball. 4:55. And this is where you rely on your backs right now, Ben. Giannetti, Beauregard, and Williams to burn out the rest of this clock. Second dead ball foul against the Rams today. It's Thanksgiving. It's Marshfield Duxbury. It's bound to happen, right? It's just one of those games.
Yeah, right. It's always going to happen, Will. You know something's going to happen.
Well, 1st down and 10 off of the 4th down conversion failed by the Dragons. Rollinson will take the snap, handoff up the middle. That is Evan Williams going to work. Excuse me, that is Beauregard. It's a 4-yard gain. Like a 5-yard gain. So 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Rams. This whistle's going to be blown. And Duxbury going to burn a timeout here to try and stop the clock. So we're going to keep you here. The game is coming to an end. Ben, the offense has been good for Marshfield, but the tale of this team the entire year has been how efficient this defensive unit has been game in and game out. I mean, this is a Duxbury team who's put up a lot of points and only one touchdown against the Rams in this one.
Yeah, I mean, the defense for this Rams team, it's always been making great stops. I mean, you got guys like Charlie Leach, Keegan Holt, Kyle Xai, Reigenberger, Meska, Andrew Cosman. The list goes on for miles. This entire defensive unit of the Rams is nothing but a bunch of powerhouses that make sure to make a stop whenever they can.
Defensive unit has been huge. I mean, you look at it, Charlie Leach with 102 plus tackles on the year. He's got a couple already today. Keegan Holt was 71. Casali was 69. Bergameska, 57. I mean, that is a corner and a safety for the Rams who are in their top 5 for tackles. So these guys have been all over the place. The pass rush good as well. And now the offense has to hold up on a 2nd down and 5. Beauregard still the back in the game. Rollinson will hand off to Beauregard, who will work the left side. Big run by Phoenix Beauregard, who's going to be close to that 1st down marker. They say move the chains. The 1st down run by Beauregard. Marshfield has more time to burn the clock.
Yeah, Beauregard staying in bounds there, picking up the 1st down. Plenty of time now for the Rams to run out the clock here.
Going to take the snap, hand off once again to the outside to Summers. Get a decent run. And one more timeout to be taken here. That is the final timeout by Duxbury. We're going to take a quick break here. 4:18 left to go. Rams lead by 10. We'll be back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to Duxbury High. Rams lead 16-6. Rollinson will take the snap. It is a keep all the way by Rollinson, as a bit of extra in the back. Big hit. Rollinson got shaken up. Aiden Nicholson went back and forth with someone in the backfield. It's been a chippy game out of him, Ben. I try and be impartial to, the young Nicholson being on the field, but he's gotten into a couple of situations today.
Showed me a clip earlier of a little extracurriculars after
just a little bit.
His helmet got ripped off. Let's just say he gave him a receipt there. We'll say that.
Are they blowing the whistles for talking here? Is that what's happening?
The clock has stopped, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on here.
They're still Nicholson and someone on that defensive line continue to yap at each other.
Oh, boy.
As someone who knows that kid pretty well, he's not much of a talker, so that is interesting. Someone who doesn't talk that much when he's on the field. Well, here we go. Big 3rd down coming up, about a 3rd and 2. Rollinson will come back in the game after taking a big hit. Hard count will not get anyone a jump. They will reset. Rollinson will send one of those tight ends in motion. Take the snap. It's blown dead early. And it's a delay of game against the Rams. They could not get the snap off in time. And a flag going to come in late, so finally, enough is enough. Something was said to someone down in those trenches. This has been all game, Ben, and I got to tell you, this might not be the right PR answer, but I love every second of it.
Yeah, it's classic football trash talk going on in there. Tensions are flaring. The league title is on the line.
This time it was Matt Keenan who was in there chirping. Still, Keenan's talking. Richardson's going to go plead his case now. And Nutley has to bring Richardson away. So delay a game and a dead ball foul. And Marshfield going to take a timeout here just to reset. Ben, I'm not going to lie. I would expect nothing less from a highly contested Marshfield-Duxbury game.
Yeah, absolutely. The tensions are going to flare. It's going to be a big game, just like in Hingham when tensions are flaring. It's just what the Rams do. They talk some smack. They're getting under the Dragon's skin, trying to see what they can do here.
I feel like I've gone from calling a football game in the last 5 minutes to calling a WWE like cage match. Like Keenan's in there and he's talking, and now Nicholson from the other end, and now Richardson will say his piece. Like it's turned into a cage match here between these two teams. I mean, this is what you expected, right? Both teams, they're up to full strength. They both care about this game. It's most of these guys' last football game ever, period.
Yeah, you got guys like Keenan, McGowan, who are having their last game here. I mean, you got Nicholson and Richardson, who are both probably going to be playing next year if I had to make an assumption.
I'd say most likely. They're trying to get me to leak recruiting. No comment. Aiden will play football next year, I'm pretty certain, but who knows. Big third down coming up, and this will be back all the way up. Rollinson will be in the gun, take the snap, and it'll be a handoff to Bogart, who will just run forward to continue to let that clock roll. And it continues here. Keenan, Amaral, they are. Everyone is going at it right now between these two defensive line units. They continue to talk to each other.
Both teams out of timeout. 2.5 minutes remaining.
I mean, this has to be an official timeout here.
The clock's still going, so not exactly sure what's going on here. I think the refs got to get in there and maybe make a few warnings to a few players, telling them to watch their mouth a little bit here.
Got a text from my Grammy at halftime that turkey and mashed potatoes were in the oven. I'm trying to get some grub. If we can speed this thing up, that'd be great. What is there's no timeouts left for either team.
The clock ran all the way down at 2:56 here.
The marker's still at 3. Ben, I'm not gonna. I have no idea what's going on.
Maybe a penalty against Duxbury, and we're going to replay third down. I have no idea.
The refs of this game are separating me from my turkey, and that will just not stand. Well, minute 56 left to go. 16-6 game. Marshfield just trying to run out the clock. If you're just joining us, believe it or not, football was played at one point tonight. If you joined in the last 5 minutes, you would think it was just a roast or a boxing match the way this has been going. Now they're going to change the marker to fourth down. So you hear the Marshfield band led by Mr. Kaminsky playing us out here on a beautiful day with a beautiful rivalry. Again, Marshfield leads 19-18 all time. 2 ties in there.
Yeah, we did it.
Trying to get the 20th win today is Marshfield. And on fourth down, Marshfield going to line up to punt. McNeil going to be back deep to return it. And Cole Summers ready to boot this one away. Snap is good. Summers will get this one off. Good punt by Summers. Going to take a bounce. And then we'll just settle in inside the 20-yard line to about the 16, excuse me. And a minute 48 left, a 2-score game. Duxbury has a tall task ahead of them. And the way this Rams defense has been playing, it's going to be a hard 2-score to make up.
Yeah, this Rams defense has been dominating things left and right. Only has let up 1 touchdown, and that's it. It's going to be tough to get around this defense here, Will, but we'll see what the Dragons have up their sleeve.
Minute 48 left to go. Ryan Smith will break the huddle in the shotgun. 3 receivers bottom of your screen. Almost definitely going to look to go through the air. Ryan Smith will throw the screen. McNeil going to make the catch and work his way upfield. Good run by McNeil. He's going to be punished over the middle. Big hit. First down will be picked up. That will stop the clock momentarily as the chain gang sets up. The Scott brothers and Foley going to come back in. Styles will come in as yelling. There continues to be a little yapping. Chains will be set. First down and 10. Marshfield hasn't moved the chains quite yet. Ryan Smith has plenty of time to throw over the middle. That ball picked up. Ryan Medeiros got that one right out of the air, and he will slide in. Ball game. Ryan Medeiros, the final nail in the coffin. The 4th interception of the day for Duxbury.
Like you said, well, I think that was the nail in the coffin of Duxbury. You got 2:27 left on the clock. It's just going to be the Rams running things down here to finish off the game. Ryan Medeiros picking up the interception there. And Jack Hughes.
The turnover chain.
The turnover chain.
Get a look at 23 there on the sideline, rocking that turnover chain. That will get ready to wrap things up here. 4 interceptions on the day. You have Bergameska got one early, and then Bongelati got one. Richardson in the middle of the field, and now Medeiros with the final interception of the day. And Marshfield is going to pick up their 20th win all-time in this rivalry. Minute 27 left and just a couple of knees to be taken. Rollinson will take one knee, and the whistles immediately blown between these teams.
The refs don't want any shenanigans
no,
going down.
No, definitely not. We should be good now. I say that, they're still talking to each other. It's one of those games. Couple more knees for Rollinson, and that will wrap things up. Down to 42 seconds. And Rollinson will take another knee.
Ooh, and Summers getting into it right there. You see that up there, Will?
Yeah.
Number 15, the top of your screen. Summers gets into it a little bit, but the Rams now going to take the field in the celebration.
That is going to wrap things up. So that will do it. 16-6, your final score, the lowest scoring affair since 2017. But Marshfield, in the 40th anniversary of the Duxbury-Marshfield football game on Thanksgiving, they get their 20th win all-time, 20-18-2 in favor of Marshfield. And the clock will hit triple zeros. That is going to do it for us here. A huge win for the Rams to wrap up the 2025 season. And as always, it has been a pleasure calling the games for you on MCM. Ben, it was a great year. I hope you're back next. You got a whole nother year this year at junior. So, even if I'm not here next year, we hope to have you back calling the games.
Well, I certainly hope I'm back here next year. Well, as you mentioned, I'm a junior. I hope to come back as a senior, call the games again. This has been one blast of a season. It's been absolutely incredible. The opportunity to broadcast the games with you has been an absolute pleasure. It's been great meeting all sorts of people like Jack in the halftime show. So I enjoy every moment of this year, Will.
We want to thank everyone back at the studio who made this possible. Yvana Osborne, Tyler Pinheiro back there, Jack on the camera with us, and then Jack Hughes who did the halftime report, Ben Wilson as my color commentator. I am Will Nicholson. Happy Thanksgiving, Marshfield. Go enjoy yourself some turkey. We'll see you next year.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com. Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing the 50, 40, he's got 2 men to beat, no one's gonna catch.
Kick is up, and it is score for 3.
Got it!
With the shot, it's in.
Lights out! Good night! Goodbye! And that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one! Drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Score!